Veterinary Clinic, State Farm Agent Michael Trout, Pro Heating and Cooling, McLean Jan, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Hugh and Berta Ben, American Implement, Bertus Motors, Fairley Feed Yard, Pro Adjuster, First National Bank, Scott Co-op, Scott County Hospital, Scott Pro, Security State Bank, Western Kansas Insurance, Cleveland Electric, Scott City Booster Club, Security State Bank, Land Legacy Real Estate, Park Lane Nursing Home, and Farm Bureau Agent Neil Baker.
Welcome to the Scott Co-op pregame show. When it comes to success, it's all about teamwork. Whether it's the Scott City Beavers or your farming operation, it's teamwork that counts. You can count on the entire Scott Co-op team to make your operation successful. Here's Adam Kadavy.
And a good evening and welcome to the Colby Event Center here in Colby for Beaver basketball tonight. It's their second road trip of the year tonight.
And a leading provider of optometry services and vision care products in the Scott City community since 1999. Our experienced eye doctors offer comprehensive vision examinations that our Scott City optometry office specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of a wide array of eye diseases, conditions, and problems. We use advanced diagnostic technology and we are committed to improving the quality of life. Give yourself the gift of clear vision by scheduling an appointment with Dr. Joshua Gooden, OD, today.
Women at every stage of life want a healthcare experience uniquely theirs, where excellence meets elegance and healthcare is personalized just for you. Scott County Hospital and Scott City Clinic's skilled physicians and nurses will help your family prepare for the birth of your baby. The private, comfortable, secure rooms for labor, delivery, and postpartum care include jacuzzi tubs for pain management during labor. Call Scott City Clinic to set an appointment today. We put our heart in healthcare.
White's Food Liner is located at 1314 South Main Street in Scott City, Kansas. They are open daily from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Home delivery is available Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. just by calling 620-872-5854. They are a full-service grocery store offering a wide selection of varieties at affordable prices. Sign up today for their mobile app. Look for it in the App Play Store under White's Food Liner. Don't forget to visit today.
Pro Heating and Cooling of Scott City is a proud sponsor of Beaver activities. Brent and Angie take pride in helping our activities and support our students 100%. They can also help you with any heating and cooling needs that you have. Give Faro Heating and Cooling a call at 620-872-3508 and see if they can help you with your needs today. United Wireless believes in delivering value to their customers and supporting our local communities. United continues to invest in the network, their people, and our communities here in Southwest Kansas. So when it's time to update your cell phone or get a new cell phone service, United Wireless would like the chance to earn your business. Switch to United Wireless today and join the United team in supporting Southwest Kansas. Find them online at unitedwireless.com.
Vehicle maintenance, something no one wants to think about. Here at Bertus Motor Company, we make it easy. We do it all, from major engine overhauls to that all-important oil change. We also offer BG products and nitrogen for your tires. Our staff and technicians are fully trained and certified. So when you think maintenance, think Bertus Motor, your best deal destination.
Concern. They know you have high expectations, and as a car dealer, they enjoy the challenge of meeting and exceeding those standards each and every time. Let Lewis demonstrate their commitment to excellence. They encourage you to browse their online inventory, schedule a test drive, and investigate financing options. You can also request more information about a vehicle using their online form. For more information, go online to Get it for less.
Fairlane Feed Yard in Scott City takes pride in being part of Kansas's cattle feeding industry and is constantly aware of the specific needs of today's cattlemen. You can expect the best at Fairlane Feed Yard, located 7 miles south and 6 miles west of Scott City. They believe in the importance of feed and ration preparation, health programs, death loss management, and overall handling of your feeder cattle. Fairlane Feed Yard supports the area activities and youth of Western Kansas. Make Fairlane Feed Yard your custom cattle feeder. That's Fairlane Feed Yard of Scott City.
The new farming landscape is complex, high-tech, and often unpredictable. With Pioneer Hybrids and Corteva Agri-Science, you gain a partner that can help you confidently navigate any unfamiliar terrain. Our breeding program, biotechnology, and incomparable support ensures you grow acres of greatness. For more information, contact Kevin Davis with Precision Ag and Seed at 620-874-0478. And go Beavers!
Dr. Yeager with ProHealth Chiropractic Office, what do you strive for with your patients?
Our goal, our vision, our desire is to help our communities be healthier and be able to provide that quality of health, not just for today, but I'd like to sit across the table from patients in years to come and realize we've made a difference in their lives.
How do we get hold of you?
271-0243 in Garden City. In Scott City, 872-2310. They can always go on the web at prohealthks.com.
Feel better now. Make an appointment with Dr. Yeager today.
Welcome back to the Colby Event Center. Adam Kadavy with you here on Mix 94.5. Your pregame interview brought to you today by Farm Bureau Financial Services with Hugh and Berta Benz in Scott City and Leo. I'm joining you with Coach Amy Felker here in the pregame. And Coach, thanks for joining me here this evening. It was a tough loss for you guys on Tuesday night to Cimarron, 52-44. But I think despite the loss, your team competed hard there, playing with a little different lineup there. But just fell a few points short. Looking back, what did you see with your team's effort there on Tuesday night?
You know, offensively, a lot of new girls stepped up and learned how to play and how to get some openings in their shots and that kind of stuff. So, you know, offensively, I think it really helped us, and I think we learned and grew a lot that day. You know, defensively, we really stepped up and had a good defensive game on the Miller. But, you know, on the other end, we have to really improve the defensive rebounds and not giving up so many second shots.
What was it that Cimarron did on the boards, especially on Cimarron's offensive end, that made it challenging?
I think part of it was we really were so focused on Michaela Miller that we just didn't rebound well. We were getting pushed under the basket, you know, so we really talked this last couple days about making sure we go to the girl and really box somebody out before we go try to get the basketball. So, you know, we're looking to meet our goal again of out-rebounding our opponents tonight.
And tonight here is Coach Amy Felker joins me here pregame. Scott City facing Colby. This will be the first of two meetings for you guys here tonight. And they haven't played in a week here. They played in the topside tip-off and lost that first game and ended up winning the last two on the backside to finish in fifth. But take a look at Colby. They lost an outstanding player like Brooklyn Jones from a year ago and also another good senior. And this is kind of like a similar situation with you guys. They're a pretty young team coming into tonight.
You know, they're all trying to figure out their roles, just like we did for the first few games. So it's going to be an interesting matchup. They've got a lot of guards that can shoot the ball and drive, and you know, they've got one big girl on the inside. So, you know, I think we're going to match up well, and you know, I just think if we attack and play really good defense, you know, good things can happen for us.
Yeah, as you take a look at this Colby team, they come in 2-1 here, and it's a little different style than what we've seen. It's really starts with their point guard. She really makes a lot of things go.
You know, the Barton girl really drives to the basket. She creates a lot of things, you know, and if you help too much, then she'll dish to their post player and give them some easy looks. So we just really got to contain and help and just be a great team player on defense and always know where she's at, but not give the other ones any open looks at the basket.
Well, it should be a fun one here. A big stretch for you guys continuing here tonight as you take on Colby here on the road as Coach Amy Felker joins me here pregame. And, Coach, thank you for the time and good luck to you guys.
Thanks, Adam.
That was Scott City Lady Beaver coach Amy Felker. Your pregame interview brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services with Hugh and Berta Benz and Scott City Leota. More to come on your pregame show. A breakdown of the match. Bring you starters, keys of the game, and the tip-off after this timeout. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
A-plus Aviation.
All right, let's go here in 3 minutes, please. 3 minutes. Thank you.
Productive, efficient harvest, and hope you think of them whenever you see a plane in the sky. Fall is the time for pasture spraying for milk thistle and other winter annuals. A-plus Aviation is a member of the Scott City Area Chamber of Commerce and a supporter of community activities. Call 620-872-3000 or visit them at the large white hangar at the north end of the Scott City Airport. A-plus Aviation, delivering quality solutions. Scott County Hospital is a highly trained team of motivated and compassionate professionals serving the needs of their community. With a beautiful modern facility with state-of-the-art equipment, they continually strive to develop comprehensive services to fill their patients' needs. The specialty clinic at Scott Hospital offers a variety of specialists you would only expect in a larger hospital. Why travel hours when you can be seen right here in West Kansas? If you need of a medical specialist, talk with your physician about a referral to meet with one of our visiting specialty doctors. Scott County Hospital, we put our heart in healthcare.
If you're like most people, you travel all over, and it doesn't take much for your vehicle to get dirty, and you hate cleaning it. Luckily for you, that's where Perfect Auto Detailing in Scott City comes in. Armando and the crew can detail inside and outside, down to the square inch, making it look like new. Whether it's your small car or even your tractor, Perfect Auto Detailing can do it all. If you want the perfect...
Furrow Heating and Cooling of Scott City is a proud sponsor of Beaver activities. Brent and Angie take pride in helping our activities and support our students 100%. They can also help you with any heating and cooling needs that you have. Give Furrow Heating and Cooling a call at 620-872-3508 and see if they can help you with your needs today.
Fairleigh Feed Yard is dedicated to investing in our facilities and staff to provide the best experience possible for the cattle feeder and, in the end, the consumers of our product. We are always in the market to purchase corn and other commodities from local producers. Call our office at 620-872-2111 for current pricing. Our dedicated employees and their families are very important to us, and we are proud of their children that are current Beavers and individuals that will grow into those roles in the future. Fairleigh Feed Yard is privileged to support Scott City youth and are honored to cheer on the Beavers.
Adding value to our community has been our priority since day one. That's why the Scott Co-op is here with 8 elevator locations, 2 service stations, 5 card trolls, bulk fuel and oil delivery, as well as a full-service agronomy department, including agronomy services, seed, chemical, fertilizer, and custom application. Visit us online at scottcoop.com or download our app for more information. Scott Co-op is a proud supporter of our local communities.
And it's, of course, the league game will be back in February in Scott City on the 14th of Scott City. And so that's kind of how that shapes up there. So this, even though they're playing tonight, 2 league schools head-to-head, this one does not count toward the league standings. The one in February will in Scott City. As we take a look at, it's tough to kind of pinpoint who is the top go-to players for Colby. Stats were not available, but I can pretty much tell you right offhand who's some of the top ones on the team, and they are going to be pretty reliant on a lot of their sophomores and juniors. They do have one senior on their varsity coming in here too tonight, so that is the one that comes off the bench. But they do start 3 sophomores at least, Logan Nolan, and also Allie Flanagan and Elizabeth Barton and Brent Stanley, actually, 4 sophomores, that do start, and they do start a junior as well. But that's kind of how that works there for Colby, of course, coached by Yancey Walker, the former Scott City alum, or not the former, but the Scott City alum, and he's in his 2nd year, and back onto the Oasis. The Plains, of course, was an assistant a long time ago for the Colby Community College Trojans, and so that's kind of where he got going there, or got his coaching career started, then went and helped Coach Osterman there at Missouri Western Plains, and kind of stuck around that Springfield area, West Plains area for quite a while, and then made his way back here to Colby area. So he's back here, second year for the Lady Eagles here. They had a pretty good run last year, a pretty young team too. They're very young, a sophomore heavy team this year that has played a lot of varsity from last year to this year, and they've scored 51, 68, 50, so they can put the ball up pretty well into the hole. And so they have given up 54, 53, and then just 26 to Norton, who's a young team, but an improving Norton team as well. And they will have a busy schedule as well here after tonight. They will play tomorrow here at home against String, Colorado, and then on Tuesday against the Russell Broncos here at home. And they added those two schedule this year's opponents, and they lost a couple as well along the way there. They lost Liberal and also Hayes High, so those are the out of the exchanges there for their schedule this year. And I believe they also do have TMP Marion this year on the schedule here, but those are some of the newcomers into their program here this year, and they will of course be at home for quite a while. This is actually their home opener for the season for the Colby Lady Eagles. Scott City will have Brooke Strine back in the lineup tonight. She won't start, but she'll play quite a bit here for Scott City here tonight. And it'd be good to have her back in the lineup. Was out for a game, but she'll be back in the lineup tonight. But really, you had to be pretty happy about the point production for Scott City on Tuesday night. Of course, Erica Felker had the 21. You had Kendall Gentry at 6, and Avery Lewis had a nice game. And you had Brinley Stevens getting the scoring book, Megan Trout getting the scoring book as well. And it's good to see them get some points up on the board the other night and get their confidence shooting. And that's going to be needed here as both teams will rely on guarding Erica and also Brooke pretty strong here this year. Scott City, a team that's averaging right around 42 points so far in their first 4 games, but have been tested, especially in the last 3 games, with Liberal, who's now ranked number 5 in Class 6A. Garden City, they eked out a 2-point win there and a big comeback there in the 4th quarter there. And then against Cimarron, who's ranked number 8 in Class 3A. So no shame with their losses. Their schedule continues to get pretty rugged here into next week. Tuesday, of course, getting the number 1 ranked team in Class 3A, the Goodland Cowgirls, coming to town here. And so with that said, we're going to step aside for a timeout here. We'll come back with more of the coverage of Scott City Beaver basketball here tonight on Mix 94.5.
Adding value to our community has been our priority since day one. That's why the Scott Co-op is here with 8 elevator locations, 2 service stations, 5 card trolls, bulk fuel and oil delivery, as well as a full-service agronomy department, including agronomy services, seed, chemical, fertilizer, and custom application. Visit us online at scottcoop.com or download our app for more information. Scott Co-op is a proud supporter of our local communities.
Is your dog ungroomed and smelly? Then come on by the new and improved Wagon Wash, located at 501 Jackson Street in Scott City, Kansas. We added on a dog wash for your pet's hygienic needs. There are 6 different modes you can choose from: shampoo, oatmeal conditioner, rinse, odor control, flea and tick, and blow dry. Our facilities are regularly cleaned, and we have a vending machine full of treats for you and your pet. Follow us on Facebook at Wagon Wash Car Wash.
For exceptional service in real estate, put Stephanie Shapland at Shapland Real Estate to work for you. Property homework is what we do best at Shapland Real Estate. We put forth every effort to get results that move you. Our expertise in buying and selling residential, commercial, and agriculture property is built on the tradition of trust and thoroughness that you deserve. Shapland Real Estate takes pride in our community and in cheering on our students in all that they do. Give Shapland Real Estate a call or visit our website today. For exceptional service in real estate, put Stephanie Shapland at Shapland Real Estate to work for you. Property homework is what we do best at Shapland Real Estate. We put forth every effort to get results that move you. Our expertise in buying and selling residential, commercial, and agriculture property is built on the tradition of trust and thoroughness that you deserve. Shapland Real Estate takes pride in our community and in cheering on our students in all that they do. Give Shapland Real Estate a call or visit our website today.
If you are in the market for a new or used vehicle, check out J&R Car and Truck Center of Scott City. J&R Car and Truck has a fully trained service and parts staff for repairs on most makes and models of vehicles. Locally owned and operated, J&R Car and Truck Center provides over 250 new and used vehicles in stock and ready to be delivered. Stop on in and check out jrcarandtruck.com for your next vehicle. J&R Car and Truck Center, your Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC dealership in Scott City.
As your local community foundation, we are dedicated to preserving local wealth so the communities in and around Scott County will forever remain an attractive place to live, work, and raise a family. We respond to the needs of our community through grant making, scholarships, and other special projects. To learn more, visit us online at scottcf.org.
For Scott City, coached by Amy Felker in her third season, assisted by Aaron Myers. It'll be Brindley Stevens, a 5'6" junior, averaging around under 1 point a game, that is. Kendall Gentry, she averages just under 4 points a game. She's a 5'3" sophomore. Also, Erica Felker is a 5'6" junior, averaging 14.4 points per ball game. And also, Avery Lewis getting her second straight start, the 5'9" sophomore, 3.2 points and 3.2 boards a game. And Cheyenne Kramer, 5'9" junior, averaging 3.2 points and 3.4 rebounds a game. For the Colby Lady Eagles, coached by Yancey Walker. He's in year number 2 here in Colby. And they get the light shut off. And now I got to find my phone flashlight here to get to read my papers here as they're getting ready to introduce their starters. Anyways, Yancey Walker assisted by Mary Beth Flanagan and Ray Nolan. Your starters for the Colby Lady Eagles, they'll start Logan Nolan. She is a 5'2" sophomore. Also, Allie Flanagan, a 5'5" sophomore. Janessa Cheney, she is a 5'7" junior. Also, Brent Stanley, a 5'10" sophomore, and Elizabeth Barton, a 5'6" sophomore. So Logan Nolan, Allie Flanagan, Elizabeth Barton, Janessa Cheney, and also Brent Stanley, the starting 5 tonight here for the Colby Lady Eagles. Other games tonight in the Great West Activity Conference. Tonight, you have Cimarron. They're hosting Hugoton. Goodland makes a trip to Holcomb. So they're going to have 2 pretty good road games in a row there, with Holcomb on Friday and then Scott City on Tuesday. And then Ulysses playing outside of the league tonight. They are at Southwestern Heights, as that's their second straight game against a High Plains League team. Both the Ulysses boys and girls are winless on the year, looking to change that tonight in Real Kismet. They're both 0-5. On the season. On the girls' side, you have Cimarron right now at 4-1, Goodland at 4-0, Scott City 3-2, Hugoton and Holcomb both 3-1, Colby 2-1, and Ulysses 0-5. On the boys' side, Scott City 4-1, Colby 3-0, Cimarron 2-3, Goodland and Holcomb 3-1, Hugoton 1-2, and Ulysses 0-5. On the sub-state, looking into tonight here, coming in right now on the girls' side, Goodland has a 1/2 game lead over Cimarron. Holcomb is 1 game back at 3-1. Colby and Scott City are both a game and a half back. Colby 2-1, Scott City 3-2, Lakin 2-2, Southwestern Heights 2-3, and Larned at 1-4. On the boys' side, Colby is at 3-0, Scott City 4-1, Goodland and Holcomb are both 3-1. That'll change tonight, of course. Cimarron 2-3, Lakin 1-3, Larned 1-4, and Southwestern Heights at 0-5 on the season. That's how that looks tonight here. So it is actually Sadie Cheney that's starting tonight. I said Janessa Cheney. It's not. It's Sadie Cheney who is starting. She is a 5'7" junior. So I got that part wrong, and I apologize for that. But anyways, we got that taken care of. We're about set for basketball here. The officials have taken the court. Keys to the game presented by State Farm agent Michael Trout. Will go to the proven winner when it comes to insurance. They score big with their policyholders. Keys tonight here for Scott City. I think the big key, I think you can work it back inside and keep Barton and also their guards in front of you. That's going to be a big key tonight for the Lady Beavers of Scott City, who are wearing the road navy blue uniforms with the lighter blue numbers and letters and the white trim. Colby in their home whites tonight with the orange numbers and letters and the black trim. It'll be Avery Lewis and also tipping as Brent Stanley. This game is officially underway here in the Colby Event Center. Colby wins the tap. Here's they'll move from left to right here in half number 1. As they play a weave up top with it. We're about 15 minutes getting late here. They had some clock issues in the JV game in the first half, and so that's what delayed the start as well. Helped delay it, I should say. Scott City opens up in a 2-3 zone. Right side it goes to Cheney, and a shot up no, rebound underneath Brent Stanley, and Colby gets another crack at it. The floater up to the right, no that time by Elizabeth Barton. So a couple opportunities, and here's Scott City with their first opportunity. No score. We've played 40 seconds. Scott City's first trip down the middle for Kendall Gentry for 2. Assist that time from Felker. 2-0 here. 7:10 to go first quarter. And the Lady Beavers with the first points of the night here. Here inside the Colby Event Center. Spin move. Flanagan goes to right. Bank shot. Crawls off in the rebound. Nice position for Cheyenne Kramer for Scott City. They have the early 2-0 lead. This is the home opener tonight for Colby. And Scott City does have the ball left. Now left corner it goes to Brentley Stevens. Works around the perimeter up top to Avery Lewis. Turns down the deep three. She'll drive right side. She's stripped going up and going to the basket. It'll still stay with the Lady Beavers. One thing that Scott City's going to have to get used to, there are 3 different stripes of the three-point line. There's the high school, the girls, women's for college, and the men's college stripe. That inbound pass by Brinley Stevens is tipped out. Still going to be Scott City ball. 6:42 here in the first at 2-0. Scott City trying to inbound it. They had issues at times the other night. Now in at Avery Lewis to avoid the 5 count. Colby opens up man-to-man. Gentry to Kramer at the foul line. Back up top to Gentry. Scott City resets. And now to Kramer back to Gentry. Gentry holds it and she sees an alley. Wants to find Lewis, but it's stolen away, and turnover number 1 on Scott City. Here come the Lady Eagles down the court, down 2-0 in transition to Elizabeth Barton. Her shot is no good, but she is fouled, and she'll get 2 free throws. Well, Elizabeth Barton, the 5'6" sophomore. Stevens with the foul, her first, and the ball game's first foul with 6:22 to go first quarter. Barton, the sophomore. She had a big first half last year in Scott City. First free throw too strong off the back, and really was a big reason why Colby was ahead, I believe, in most of that first half last year. Is that one rattles home for Barton. She puts Colby on the board 2-1. 6:22 to go first period. And first points of the night for Colby belong to their point guard, the sophomore. Gentry pass swatted and stolen by Barton out high. She'll drive right side and lay it up and score it. She has all 3 of Colby's points, who have their first lead of the night here with 6:08 to go. Scott City with back-to-back turnovers here. It's 3-2, and you can tell Colby relies heavily on their defense. Ball deflected but picked up, and now Kramer launches one from the foul line, and nothing but net for her. Her first 2, 4-3 of 5:56 to go first quarter, and her second lead changed in a matter of 15 seconds. So Colby with the ball, down 4-3. Man-to-man defense applied here. They'll go right side out high to Elizabeth Barton, guarded by Kendall Gentry. And they'll get an assignment on Barton. She'll drive right side and now to Flanagan, guarded by Stevens up top. Now to Logan Nolan, excuse me. And then back goes to Cheney. Cheney back to up top, spin move, Flanagan. Back to Nolan as Scott City playing man-to-man defense right now in this possession. Here with 5:20 to go first quarter. They switch off. Nolan gets around Erica Felker. Layup blocked from behind, though, by Felker. It'll still stay Colby Eagle basketball. That was good rotation on the defense. Scott City playing man-to-man. They haven't done a lot of that this year, but I feel like their matchup's pretty even with that. They'll lob it into Stanley in the pink. Looks in the pass underneath to Flanagan. Then stepping back is Nolan for 3. Good. Logan Nolan hits the 3 and puts Colby back on top at the 5-minute mark of the first quarter at 6-4. 3 lead changes already here in the first 3 minutes of this one. Brooks Shrine set to check in. Next dead ball for Scott City. Kramer up top with the ball, holds it. Now right side it goes. Give and go to Kramer. Now dumps it underneath, trying to get it to Kendall Gentry, and it's going to be poked away by Colby, and it'll stay with the Lady Beavers. Brooke Strine is going to check in, the 6'1 senior. Her last outing against Garden City had 16 points in that victory. She's right at that 16-point average. Lewis to trigger it in, looking to avoid the 5 count. We'll throw it up top to Cheyenne Kramer here with 4:48 to go first quarter. It's 6-4 for Colby. Felker with it. Tight man-to-man defense for Colby. Strine with it out high. Now up top to Cheyenne Kramer, trying to get it back into Strine. She does at the foul line. Left side, Avery Lewis looking to drive in. She'll take it in, float one up over her shoulder, and it rattles home off the backboard. Avery Lewis ties the game up for the first time in 6. 4.5 to go first quarter. A nice little flip shot over her left shoulder for 2. Ties the game up here. Nolan with it, looking for a give and go to Stanley, but no. And now to Elizabeth Barton, trying to back her way in on Stanley. Drives the right baseline, good help defense, and then through the hands of Allie Flanagan, who is spotting up for a 3 in the left corner, and that'll be Colby's first turnover of the night. Comes at the 4:14 mark of the first quarter. Lady Beavers and Lady Eagles tied at 6. Inbound in goes to Erica Felker, and she's guarded by Flanagan. She'll take it across the 10-second line near the midway point, and then stripped by Logan Nolan's third Scott City turnover. Nolan has been a minute stealing, and they're going to get Kendall Gentry with a touch foul. That's going to be her first, and Nolan will be at the line to shoot 2. She has the 3-pointer for Colby, their first field goal of the night. Or second field goal of the night, excuse me. 2 fouls on Scott City, none on Colby yet. 2 free throws for Nolan. It's first of 2 free throws, hits the lip of the rim and drops home, and Colby back on top 7-6. Shaylee Holzmeister, a 5'8 freshman, into the game for the first time, replaces Sadie Genie. Second free throw is good as well. She has 5 early points, and now Colby also bring in Emma Wright, the lone senior on the varsity at 5'5", replacing Allie Flanagan. 8-6 Colby leads. We're at the midway point of this first quarter here from the Colby Event Center. As Lady Eagles will play about 7 to 8. And now with it is Cheyenne Kramer, almost gets a strip. Kendall Gentry, left wing, fires a college range 3, and she buries it. With 3:50 to go first quarter as the horn went off. I don't know if the horn was just excited for Gentry's 3 or not, but the Lady Beavers are back on top 9 to 8 here with 3:47 to go first quarter. Our 4th lead change here in the first period of play. So Scott City back up by a point here off that 3 for Kendall Gentry. Drained her 4th triple of the year, and she went off pretty good early on in that game against Cimarron on Tuesday night, and she already has 5 first quarter points. 9-8 your score. Driving right side, now underneath behind the defense is Stanley. Misses the layup, but the rebound right to Kendall Gentry off a deflection. Scott City looking to add to their 9-8 lead here. 3:25 to work first quarter as Erica Felker in the front court now to Kendall Gentry. Gentry flips it into Strine, catches, drives left side, pull-up jumper, a lot of contact, no foul, they'll say, and the rebound goes to Colby. Into the hands of Elizabeth Barton. 9-8 Scott City lead. Colby the ball. Barton a little stop-and-go dribble. Now they switch into zone defense to the Lady Beavers. Emma Wright with the dribble up top, a low dribble, then back it goes to Barton. Skip it over left side. Here's Holzmeister trying to drive in, cut off by Lewis. Logan Nolan ball fake down the left corner here with 2:55 to work first quarter. Barton with the dribble up top. 9-8 Scott City early lead. The lead has been exchanged already 4 times here in the first 5 minutes. Metzger and Troughton are checking next dead ball. There's a 3 in the left corner, no, but the rebound to Bryn Stanley. She'll get 2 free throws as they'll get the foul on Cheyenne Kramer, her first. Already Scott City 3 fouls. Colby at the foul here with 2:38 to go here in the first quarter.
Number 24, Cheyenne Kramer. Bryn Stanley to shoot.
So Bryn Stanley, the 5'10 sophomore for Colby, to line for 2. First to 2 off the back iron and get another one. As I mentioned, Megan Troughton, the 5'10 sophomore, and Mackenzie Metzger, the 5'5 sophomore in. And all these sophomores, both Colby and Scott City, they make up a good chunk of their rosters. And they've seen each other for a long time. Oh, Scott City will be in the lane there, and they'll get another free throw. As that time, Erica Felker got a little too excited there, and Stanley looking to redeem herself and tie this game up for the second time here with 2:38 to go opening quarter. time Felker stands and then waits. The free throw doesn't call in, and the rebound on the right side to Brooke Strine for Scott City. They have not led by more than one here, or they've led by no more than two, I should say, early on here in this game. Colby just make that 3 of 6 from line. Here's Strine going in her bank shot. She has on the board for the first time. 11-7, 2:22 to go first quarter. That's Scott City, 11-8, excuse me. That's their largest lead of the ball game at 3. As we are outside of 2 minutes to go first quarter. Nolan with a screen out high goes right to Elizabeth Barton. Barton now guarded by Mackenzie Metzger. As they switch off, she'll drive right side. Will Barton throws it up? No. Rebound will be last touch, they'll say, by Colby. And it'll belong to Scott City. Is back in as Brinley Stevens. She'll replace Avery Lewis here. As we're at the 2-minute mark of the first quarter, Scott City trying to expand on their 11-8 lead. They've scored the last 5 points of the game. Metzger puts it on the floor on the dribble. She dribbled it off her foot and then went to the backcourt. That's going to be turnover number 4 on Scott City. Unforced error there gives the ball back to the Lady Eagles, who are down 3. Minute 50 to work first period. Logan Nolan with it, guarded by Metzger. He uses up a dribble up top. Here's Elizabeth Barton, drives down the middle. Pump fake, lays it up, no, and she's going to be called for a travel. And turnover number 2 on Colby here with a minute 44 to go first quarter. Had a lot of stoppages here in this opening period, but the Lady Beavers are up by 3 at 11-8 with the ball. Metzger crosses over a dribble, drives left side. Cut off ball, stripped and stolen away. Turnover number 5 on Scott City in transition. Layup blocked by Metzger. By a layup attempt by Barton. They'll say last touch by Colby. It'll be by Scott City, excuse me. Colby ball is Gentry in to replace Mackenzie Metzger here. With a minute 29 to go first quarter at 11-8 for Scott City. Lob into Stanley, catches it and pivots. Now finds Barton. She'll pull up in the paint for the jumper. Off to the right. Rebound. And be ripped away by Megan Trout for Scott City. Nice dress of play there. And then Scott City got a little too excited and they commit turnover number 6 there. As that time Trout got the rebound and Strine throws it away.
Substitution number 14,
Allie Flanagan.
25, Nessa Cheney.
Okay, it is Nessa Cheney. I apologize. That's the one that's number 25 for Colby. She's back into the lineup here with a minute 18 to go first quarter. My program has it wrong. Left side, Emma Wright. Now they work it up top here to Elizabeth Barton. Now, and it goes to Holzmeister. Here's a Flanagan 3. Air ball caught by Kendall Gentry underneath for the board. Over to your second rebound of the game. Scott City with the ball under a minute here in the first at 11-8. Brinley Stevens finds a cutting. Brooke Strine left side. Her layup is no good, but she's going to get 2 free throws. Had a good cut to the left lane line, and that foul will be on Emma Wright, her first. And Colby's whistled for their first foul with 52.6 to go first quarter. Strine back to the line, I should say, for the first time. She's 75% on the year. Scott City is the team 66%, and Strine connects on the first one to make it 12-8.
Substitution number 23.
Avery Lewis in for Erica Felker. 52.6 to go first quarter. So Felker has not attempted a shot in this first quarter. Scott City has a 4-point lead, and they'll stay there. The free throw misses, but Megan Trout hustles for the rebound and kicks it out to Kendall Gentry. Back to Stevens in the left corner. She'll dribble it out high. Now finds Gentry left corner. She'll fire up another 3. She will be fouled on the 3-pointer, I believe, by Nessa Cheney with 42 seconds to go first quarter. Nope, it's just going to be an inbound. So Nessa Cheney, her first, team second. We have a 30-second timeout taken by Coach Yancey Walker for Colby with 42 seconds here in the first quarter. Scott City with an 12-8 lead, excuse me. Basketball presented here tonight by winner of the Farms White's Food Liner, Western State Bank, Wheeling Electric, Western Kansas Insurance, Vogelmore Family Farms, Turner Sheet Metal, True North Cafe, Tri-Pac North America, Original Grande, Stevens Veterinary Services, State Farm Insurance, Spencer Pest Control, and Security State Bank here. So Scott City with a 12-8 lead. Colby has not scored here in the last 3.5 minutes. They're led by Logan Nolan. She has 5 of their 8. Elizabeth Barton has the other 3. Scott City's led by Kendall Gentry of 5 and Brooke Strine with 3, and Avery Lewis and Cheyenne Kramer each with a basket. Lady Beavers 1-2 at the line so far in this first quarter. Inbound into Gentry and then finds Strine. Catches it, goes to her left. Bank shot, yes, and one. She got the contact from Holzmeister. It's an 8-0 Scott City run. They lead 14-8 with 38.9 to go first quarter. That's the third foul on Colby this quarter, and that'll be on Holzmeister, her first.
Is good. Foul's called on number 2, Shay Holzmeister.
And Holzmeister checks out for the Lady Eagles with 38.9 to go. Strine back to the line. She has the last 5 for Scott City and make it the last 6. And it's 15-8, making a 9-0 run for Scott City here with 35 seconds here in the opening quarter. Colby brings it across from left to right as I see it here up top here at the event center. Then pass deflected, almost thrown away, but it's picked up by Colby at half court here. It was not an overback. It was deflected by Gentry. Down to 20 seconds here in the first. Driving left, here's Elizabeth Martin, bounce pass. Now they get it to the left corner to right for 3. She knocks it down. Emma Wright ends the 9-0 run, 15-11 with 8 seconds, and then a steal here. Driving right sides, Barton, her layup is good, and quick 5 points makes it 15-13 with 3 seconds here in the first quarter. And then a steal, and the bank shot is good for Flanagan. Scott City now sees a 7-0 run the last 9 seconds by Colby, and they tie it up at 15 at the end of 1. We'll come back in 1 minute for the second quarter of play. This is Beaver basketball.
As your local community foundation, we are dedicated to preserving local wealth so the communities in and around Scott County will forever remain an attractive place to live, work, and raise a family. We respond to the needs of our community through grant making, scholarships, and other special projects. To learn more, visit us online at scottcf.org.
'The Scott City Beavers good luck during the 2022-20.
As your local community foundation, we are dedicated to preserving local wealth so the communities in and around Scott County will forever remain an attractive place to live, work, and raise a family. We respond to the needs of our community through grant making, scholarships, and other special projects. To learn more, visit us online at scottcf.org.
7 points in the final 10 seconds of the first quarter to tie this game up at 15. 3 turnovers in a row by Scott City off their inbounds. They have 9 first half turnovers here with 7:51 to go before halftime. The ball deflected out of bounds.
Scott City substitution, number 15, Mackenzie Metzger.
As Mackenzie Metzger checks in for the first time. Or first time this quarter. Here's Strine, bank shot left side, just a little strong. Bryn Stanley with the board as Colby with a chance to retake the lead. 15 all here, opening seconds of the second quarter. Stanley with 3 rebounds in his first half. Brooke Strine leads Scott City with 6. Logan Nolan and Elizabeth Barton with 5, and then Barton with basket in the paint. And Colby on a 9-0 run. They lead 17-15 with 7:25 to go first half, as that's our 5th lead change of this half. They've scored the last 9 points in a matter of 40 seconds. Here's Felker driving in strong. Her layup crawls off. Rebound for Strine, and the putback is good. She has the last 8 for Scott City. And we're tied back at 17 apiece here. Opening minute of the second quarter here from the Colby Event Center. Lady Beavers go to a man-to-man. Flanagan up top will flip it over to Elizabeth Barton, who now has a team-high 7. Driving right side is Barton, flips it right side, crawls off, rebound tipped into the hands of Strine. Scott City tied at 17 with the Lady Eagles, and then they get a turnover. That's Scott City's 10th turnover of the half. And Coach Amy Felker's like, how is that a turnover? Kendall Gentry in for Mackenzie Metzger, but Scott City, their turnovers are what's keeping Colby a part of this whole game here as of late here. They had 3 turnovers in the final 10 seconds. I should say 2 turnovers in the final 10 seconds. That's their 9th of the half. And we are tied at 17 with 6.5 to go first half. Driving in, here's Barton, her shot no. Rebound, they're going to get a foul over the back, a push on Bryn Stanley. That is going to be her first and Colby's 4th of the half. Scott City's been whistled for 3 in the first half. Tied at 17. 6:25 to go, second quarter of play. And Scott City with it as Erica Felker goes right to Avery Lewis. Lewis will put it on the floor a couple times, almost stripped there. They're going to get a reach in on Elizabeth Martin. That's her first, and all of a sudden, Colby has 5 fouls this half. Scott City was calling for the first 3 fouls of the game. Colby's been whistled for the last 5. They'll inbound it out high to Cheyenne Kramer. And now to Kendall Gentry. To Brooks trying near the foul line. Give left side. Now left corner. Here's Avery Lewis. Still launch at 3. It'll be off the back iron. Kennedy Stanley rips it away for Colby. We're tied at 17. 6 minutes to go first half. That was a good look in the left corner there for Lewis. Looking for a second field goal of the half. And with it is Colby here. Driving left side, Nolan now high. Here's Flanagan, flips it over right side. Cheney for 3, and that is short. Rebound right there as Elizabeth Martin goes up and scores it. Martin with 9, and Colby back on top, 19-17 with 5:35 to go first half. Off the missed 3 that time by Cheney. And ball not, they're going to say last touch by Scott City is another turnover, forced turnover. That's the 10th of the half. Brinley Stevens, in for Cheyenne Kramer for Scott City. As the Lady Beavers down to Colby's ball, 5:27 to go first half at 19-17. Up top here with it is Nessa Cheney. And now working around the perimeter left to Elizabeth Barton. Barton holds it. She has 9 to lead the Lady Eagles. This half ball deflected, but picked up by Flanagan. Drives left side. High, they'll go driving in. Here's Cheney, drives right side. Nice dish to Stanley. Missed the layup, and the rebound is going to be tipped around, and Erica Felker will get it for Scott City. Here come the Lady Beavers in transition. Avery Lewis takes a strong layup. No, but she's going to get 2 free throws. Here with 4:54 to go first half.
Fouls on number 25, Nessa Cheney.
That'll be on Nessa Cheney, her second, team 6th. Avery Lewis with 2 free throws, 50% on the year. Scott City 2 of 3 tonight at the line. And make it 2 of 4 as that one rims off. Shaylee Holzmeister will check in for Cheney. Holzmeister has a foul. Colby in the first half, 3 of 6. And also Emma Wright in for Colby replacing Cheney. Actually, out was Bryn Stanley. 4:54 to go first half, 19-17. Colby on an 11-2 run here in this ball game. Second free throw good for Lewis. She has her 3rd point of the night and cuts the deficit to 1. 19-18. As Logan Nolan, the 5'2 sophomore, brings in the front court, guarded by Erica Felker. Right side to Allie Flanagan. Now cutting the right block is Holzmeister. Goes in. Her shot is no good, but she was bumped by Brooke Strine. And Holzmeister with 2 free throws. That'll be Strine's first foul, the team's 4th of the half. She got her with the body. She went straight up, but she got her with the body. And that's going to send Holzmeister, the freshman, to the line for 2. First to 2 off back iron, and it drops home. The hometown bounce there makes it 20-18. 4:39 to go first half. Second charity toss coming up, and that's too strong. The rebound to Brooke Strine. She already has her 4th board of the half. You can tell her presence in there early on. Strine with it. Lady Beavers down 2. Stevens right baseline to Avery Lewis here with 4:28 to go first half. And I got a whistle and a push. That'll be a 1-and-1 coming up here for Scott City. I believe they got Holzmeister with her second. Yep, they did. Her second foul in the team 7th. Strine back to the line where she has a team high 8 points here this half. And so Strine and Cheney both with 2 fouls for Colby this first half with 4:25 to go second quarter. And the southpaw knocks it down, makes it 20-19 with 4:25 to go first half. Second free throw, no, but the rebound to Avery Lewis for Scott City, and now she'll dribble it back out. Scott City into Strine, catches it, goes to her left, bank shot, crawls off, and the rebound goes to Colby's Holzmeister, and then she'll outlet it left. Colby has the numbers, and they pull it back up, and ball deflected, and Gentry gets in the passing lane with a steal. She'll go left for the hand, stops, bank shot, yes! She's got her 7th point, 21-20, midway point of this first half, and Scott City back on top here by the count of 21-20. That's lead change number 6 of this half. 3:50 to go, second quarter, left corner. Ball fake there by Emma Wright. Now back up top. It'll go to Holzmeister. She'll put it on the floor once, goes left to Logan Nolan. She looks to penetrate, cut off by Felker. Out high now to Elizabeth Barton. Scott City goes man-to-man again here with 3:35 to go. Now to Flanagan looking to drive in. Left corner to right. Gets a screen. Almost pickpocketed there by Gentry. Now a high to Nolan. Guarded by Felker here. Scott City up 1, 21-20, 3:20 to go first half. Now here's going up, and that's going to be a foul on Brooke Strine. That's her second. The mistake that Strine made that time is when Elizabeth Barton went up and attempted the shot, she jumped with her as well.
Number 3, Brooke Strine.
So now Brooke Strine, who's had a big presence in this game, and Barton with 2 free throws. She has 8 points to lead Colby and 9 to tie this game up for the 4th time at 21. Make that 10 points in this first half with 3:20 to go before halftime. Bryn Stanley back in for Colby. Cheyenne Kramer in replacing Strine. He'll check out with 2 fouls. Team's 5th, by the way. Colby's been whistled for 7. And the free throw is good for Nolan, who is 3 of 4 at the line, and she has 11 and gives Colby the 22-21 lead. 3:15 to work first half. So Scott City, who has had Strine score a big chunk of their points, 9 of the last 11 points. She's on the bench with 2 fouls. Lead pass trying to get it to Cheyenne Kramer. That was a good idea that time, but led her too far, and Scott City's 11th turnover of the first half. 2:55 here to go first half. It's 22-21. Colby with a 1-point lead in the ball. They have in the right corner now. Up top it goes to Barton. She'll fire a deep 3, and that'll be missing everything. It'll be saved into play to Avery Lewis for Scott City. That one was behind the men's college arc, and here is Avery Lewis, almost pickpocketed there by Barton, almost a reach-in foul. Now Gentry Elizabeth picks it back up, lead pass to Lewis, too far in front of her, saves it though to Felker. She hits the deck, now needs help, and tried to get a timeout. Coach Amy Felker was calling for a timeout. You could hear it up here, but the officials could not down there, and that's a frustrating turnover for Scott City. She called the timeout before, and the officials could not hear, but I could. That's a mistake. 2:20 to go first half at 22-21. They go right side. Flanagan quickly turns down 3, quickly guarded by Gentry. And now to Logan Nolan. Goes left side to Holzmeister. Up top to Nolan, right side to Flanagan. Flanagan will go right side to Stanley. Dishes it over right wing to Logan Nolan out high. Top to Holzmeister. Final 2 minutes of this first half. Skips it over right side to Logan Nolan. Now Holzmeister, Flanagan into Stanley. Left block. Backhand win. Kramer puts up the shot. Leaves it short. Tipped out that time by Elizabeth Barton. It'll belong to Scott City. 22-21 with 1:51 to go first half. Scott City with another opportunity to retake the lead. Kendall Gentry brings it across, almost walks with it now through the hands of Kramer and stolen away. Another Scott City turnover, and then they're going to get a foul on Erica Felker. That's going to be her first, team 6th. That'll be the final foul to give for Scott City with 1:41 to go before halftime. Scott City down a point, 22-21. Martin goes left side, and now left corner to Nolan. Nolan guarded by Stevens. Lady Beavers in his zone, now in the paint. Left corner to Nolan, fires a 3, and she is too strong, but the rebound tracked down out high by Kendall Gentry for Scott City. Minute 18 to go first half. Scott City down 1 with the ball. Gentry now right left side, that is, to Erica Felker. She'll stop, pop the triplets on target, but too strong, and the rebound into Holzmeister for Colby. Felker still scoreless this half, has only attempted 2 shots. Final minute here of the second quarter. Into Flanagan's hands, guarded by Stevens toward the corner. Scott City back to a 2-3 zone. That end of the first quarter really changed the story of this game. Scott City had built up a 15-8 lead, and then Colby scored 7 points in the final 9 seconds. Dish into Stanley, right block, now back out high to Holzmeister with 40 seconds to work as Colby works in a 4-out offense here. They lead by 1. And in the paint it goes. Shumper in the paint for Barton. No rebound. Stanley follow up. No. Third time is the charm. And Stanley with her first basket. She has 6 rebounds, and it's now 24-21 with 24 seconds to go first half. Scott City with the ball. Avery Lewis needs help. Finds Cheyenne Kramer out high. Tight man-to-man defense here by Colby, and now goes to Brinley Stevens. Left side to Felker with 12 seconds. Crossover dribble, drives left side. She'll take a strong. She'll lay it up and score it, and one. Felker on the board with 9 seconds to go first half to make it 24-23. Team foul number 8 on Colby. That's on Bryn Stanley, and that's her second. As Megan Trout in for Cheyenne Kramer. Coach Amy Felker does not want her to get a second. Brinley Stevens also checks out as Mackenzie Metzger in. Felker to line, trying to tie this game up for the 4th time this half, and it's off to the right, and Colby grabs the board in the hands of Holzmeister, and here comes Elizabeth Martin with 4 seconds, 3 seconds right side. Flanagan launches a 3 wide to left, and that's how your first half comes to an end. Scott City trails by 1 at the break. It's Colby 24, Scott City 23. We'll come back in 3 minutes for your halftime show. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
As your local community foundation,
Western State Bank proudly supports Scott Community High School students and athletes as they prepare for another great year of achievements. Just as our students prepare for another successful year, we encourage you to be prepared for whatever life may bring you. Stop in and talk with the knowledgeable staff at Western State Bank, whether it be a new home loan, financing for your business, or any one of our checking and savings account options. We're here to help you. Make sure to check out all of our internet banking options provided at wsbks.com. Western State Bank, member FDIC. And as always, go Beavers!
With over 10 years of experience, Jamie at JW Enterprise can repair your windshield quickly and conveniently. Even if you don't have time to make it to the shop, Jamie can fix your windshield from your home, or he can come get your vehicle for you. JW Enterprise is insured and Safe Flight certified. He might be operating under a different name, but Jamie still provides the same quality of service. Let Jamie at JW Enterprise fix that chip in your windshield now. Find JW Enterprise on Facebook or give him a call at 785-260-7773.
The world needs more farmers. People who know the land. People who support rural communities. People who are as diverse as each acre they care for. But unless you've been born and raised on a family farm, it's nearly impossible to become a farmer. That's why we are building a team of people from our hometown and across the world to do what they love. We are not just a family farm. We are a multi-family farm. We are Volgamore Family Farms.
You describe your career?
Rewarding. It's more than just a job.
Great vacation, great sick pay.
Great opportunities to move forward. Good work environment, good people. Always something new, always something different.
Every day you learn something new.
Their commitment to education is second to none.
They pay for my school.
I love it because we're all one big happy family.
Family. It's like a family.
Grow your career with American Implement and John Deere.
7 lead changes and 3 ties here in this first half. Scott City had a 15-8 lead late in the first quarter, and then Colby hits a 3, and then they proceed with 2 steals and 2 baskets to tie it up at 15 in the final 9 seconds of that first quarter. That helped a 9-0 run, and then Colby's led by as many as 3 in this first half at 24-21. Scott City had a chance to tie it, but missed the free throw right at the end of the first half. So here we are at 24-23 for the Colby Lady Eagles. First half scoring looks like this here for Scott City. Brooke Strime with 9, then she picked up 2 fouls in that second quarter. She had 9 points and 4 rebounds in the first half. She had 9 of the 11 points in her succession for Scott City in that first half. Kendall Gentry with a big night with 7 first half points, 3 for Avery Lewis. And then you have Cheyenne Kramer and Erica Felker each with a 2-point basket in the first half. For Scott City, they had just 1 steal in the first half, 6 fouls and 13 turnovers. That was huge. That was really probably what's keeping Scott City from leading this one maybe a little bit bigger, but they have owned the glass here in the first half. We'll get to that here in a little bit. But anyways, Scott City with 10 rebounds on the defensive end, 3 offensive, total of 13. For Colby, they were led by Elizabeth Barton with 11, 5 for Logan Nolan. And then you had 3 on a first quarter 3 by Emma Wright, 2 each for Allie Flanagan and Bryn Stanley, and 1 for Shaylee Holzmeister. Colby in the first half had 8 fouls. They had 3 turnovers. That's right, just 3 turnovers and 8 steals. They had a total of 9 rebounds, 5 defensive and 4 offensive. It's a lead of 1 for Colby at the break at 24-23. We'll come back in 3 minutes for the rest of your first half. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
To us, it's about so much more than just providing the technology. It's about enriching the communities we live in, because your community is our community. Where you live, where you work, where you play, we do too. Whatever you do, and wherever you are, our service supports you. Next Tech Wireless. We are Kansas.
There's nothing more spacious than Western Kansas, and nobody closer than our communities. We are determined to keep our communities connected to schools, kids to teachers and parents. We believe a connected world is a better place. We're more than what we do for our hometowns. It's what we do with our hometowns. S&T is proud to be your family, your friends, your neighbor.
Colby had a lot more attempts. They were at 26, at 8 of 26, that is, at 31%, 2 of 7 on 3, 6 of 19 on 2s, and 6 of 10 from the free throw line. Both teams battled some foul trouble. Nessa Cheney with 2, also Bryn Stanley with 2, and Shaylee Holzmeister with 2 for Colby. That was 6 of their 8 fouls in the first half. Brooke Strine with 2 fouls in the first half for Scott City. Well, the Lady Beavers and Beaver Boys will be back in action at home on Tuesday, as they will host the Goodland Cowboys and Cowgirls. The defending 3A Girls State champions coming to the Scott Community Events Center. Should be a good one on the boys' side as well on Tuesday night. Colby with the ball to begin the third quarter as we're underway with Logan Nolan. Also out there is Elizabeth Barton. Ball deflected right to Stanley. Mentioned Bryn Stanley. Also Nessa Cheney. Bounce pass into Stanley. Her layup is no good, but she'll get 2 free throws. The foul will be on Kendall Gentry, her second. Team's first half. I mentioned Logan Nolan, Allie Flanagan, Elizabeth Barton, Nessa Cheney, and Bryn Stanley. For Scott City, it is going to be starting this third quarter. Kendall Gentry, Erica Felker, Brinley Stevens, Avery Lewis, and Brooke Strine. As Stanley's free throw is no good. There's now 6 of 11 at the line tonight. Second free throw, everybody got in the lane there, but Stanley hits it. It makes it 25-23, so they're going to say Scott City went in the lane first. 7:47 to go third quarter. Everybody entered the lane at the same time, but I think Scott City was probably the first one too. And now up top to Kendall Gentry. She'll go right with the pass to Erica Felker. Felker trying to get a screen. Flanagan tried to fight through there and then pickpocketed. 14 Scott City turnover. Here is going to be Nolan loses the dribble, but they're going to get a foul. My goodness. It was a double dribble before, a lot of contact on Avery Lewis. It probably was simultaneous, says the official. It's Lewis's first, team second, and a tough break for Scott City as Colby keeps the ball. 7:27 here in the third end. And then stuffed that time. Strine got hit in the face that time on the block shot of Martin, and Scott City with the rebound. Lady Beavers looking to tie it up here. Lewis takes in the front court, goes to Kendall Gentry. Finds right corner to Erica Felker. Her first minute of this third quarter. Felker will drive in and a whistle, and there's a hack on Scott City as Cheney got hit in the... She is down in pain. I think she committed the foul, be her third.
Number 34, Brent.
Nope, they're going to get it on Bryn Stanley. That's her third with 7:09 to go third. So you have Nessa Cheney, a good first cousin matchup here tonight in this game with Nessa Cheney and Cheyenne Kramer. They're first cousins, but right now Cheney down on the ground here with 7:09 to go third quarter. 25-23 Colby. Basketball brought to you by Security State Bank, Scott Pro, Scott County Record. So Scott County Hospital, Sky Cooperative Association, Scott Community Foundation, Scott City Pharmacy Giftologist, as Scott City Ice Center, and Coach Yancey Walker trying to carry Cheney off the floor there. She limps. Also, Scott City Ice Center, Road and Bean Green Agency, Richards Financial Services, Our Brothers Auto Body Mechanic, Precision Ag and Seed. So Nessa Cheney checks out, and Emma Wright will take her spot here with 7:09 to go third quarter. Hope she's okay, as the 5'7" junior Nessa Cheney. 25-23, Scott City trails. It'll be their ball to inbound. Here with Brinley Stevens doing the honors. Into Strine, double teamed immediately out high to Felker. Here's a 3 for the lead. It's short. Rebound in the paint, controlled by Stanley, who stays out there with her 3 fouls. And in transition goes Colby here. Felker's really only attempted 4 shots tonight, just 1 of 4 from the floor, and just has 2 points. In now high to Nolan, out high. Now to Flanagan will try a straightaway triple. She'll bury it. Colby's third 3 of the night, and their largest lead at 28-23 with 6:40 to go here in the third quarter. As Scott City trails by 5, Colby has scored all 4 points here in the second half. Into Strine, catches it up and under move, fades, bank shot, crawls off, rebound. Avery Lewis will try to go up, but she is going to be tied up with Emma Wright. It'll still stay Scott City basketball here with 6:26 to go as Mackenzie Metzger checks in and Kendall Gentry exits for Scott City. Stevens to inbound it, trying to avoid a 5 count. Finds left baseline, it's Avery Lewis, a little strong for 2. Strine gets a rebound, and she hits the deck. A lot of contact and a turnover. Scott City cannot buy a break there. And now left side, here's Nolan, now left corner to right. Looking to drive in and does so. Nolan and now high to Flanagan. Here with 6:10 to go third quarter. Lady Beavers down 5, 28-23. This is a pivotal moment early in this second half. Up top, Flanagan, right side, now cutting right side. Going up is Elizabeth Barton. The shot is blocked by Strine. And it'll stay with Colby here. Coach Amy Felker wants a full timeout. We'll take it as well. 5:59 here in period 3, 28-23. Colby back after this 1-minute break. This is Lady Beaver basketball.
There's nothing more spacious than Western Kansas, and nobody closer than our communities. We are determined to keep our communities connected to schools, kids to teachers and parents. We believe a connected world is a better place. We're more than what we do for our hometowns. It's what we do with our hometowns. S&T is proud to be your family, your friends, your neighbor.
Powered by Wheatland Electric, committed to improving the lives of their members and the community they serve. Wheatland Electric, delivering energy for life, a Touchstone Energy cooperative.
Back here inside the Colby Events Center here, as it's Scott City ball out of the timeout at 28-23 with 5:50 to work here in the third. Lady Beavers having a tough time here to open up this second half. Colby with the first 4 points. Lady Beavers have missed their first 3 shots. They've committed just 1 turnover in this third quarter after shooting pretty well in that first half at 9 of 15. Colby being patient, the ball up 5. Their largest lead of the night. Elizabeth Barton now. Logan Nolan left corner to right. Emma Wright back up top it goes. Here's Nolan. She'll drive right side now to Flanagan. Skips it over left side to right. And it goes to ball deflected by Felker. Almost got the steal, but right back to the hands of Flanagan. Colby being patient here, up 5 here with 5 minutes to go third quarter, and then we're going to get a whistle to bump in the paint. And that'll be team foul number 3 on Scott City. That'll be the second foul on Erica Felker. Colby yet to foul this half with 5:05 here in the third. As in is going to be Cheyenne Kramer. She'll replace Brinley Stevens.
Back in for Scott City is Cheyenne Kramer.
28-23, Colby lead at 5. They'll inbound it underneath their own basket. Just outside of 5 minutes to go third quarter. Up top it'll go to Flanagan. She'll drive into the paint. Her runner is too strong. Rebound Erica Felker for Scott City. Lady Beavers pushing it down 5 here. Dribble behind the back Felker. She'll drive left side around the perimeter. Then gets tied up, they'll say. And that'll be another turnover on Scott City, their 15th of the night. Make that their 16th of the night. 4:54 to go here in the third. Been a rough night here. Turnovers for Scott City. Some uncharacteristic turnovers. They trail 28-23. You have to think maybe that momentum so far at the end of the first quarter really, that was getting away with Walker's right. She'll drive in and score it. Now Colby up by 7. 30-23, 4:38 to go third quarter. Right with 5 points off the bench. You have to feel that Scott City's 2 turnovers in the last 8 seconds last few seconds of the opening quarter to go along with Colby's 7 points in the final 10 seconds really turn this game around. 4:20 to go third quarter. Nice give and go to Avery Lewis. She'll lay it up, can't get it to go, but she draws the contact, and she'll get 2 free throws as Emma Wright fouls. Good offensive set that time by Scott City. Lewis with 2 free throws. She's 2 of 4 there tonight. Tonight, Scott City at the line is 4 of 8. Trailing by 7 here with 4:17 to go third quarter. First of 2 free throws for the sophomore. Good. She has 4 tonight, 30-24, as Megan Trout in for Brooke Strine. She's only had 1 shot attempt here in the second half of Strine. She leads the team with 9. She checks out. Free throw for Lewis, no. Rebound, Bryn Stanley rips it away for Colby. Outlets it left. Here's Logan Nolan with it. Nolan gets the screen, goes right, flips it up top. Flanagan then wasn't paying attention. She loses it. Colby commits turnover number 4 here with 4:08 to go third quarter. 6-point Lady Eagle advantage, 30-24. Metzger trying to get it in. She'll throw it into Avery Lewis. Lewis will take it across the 10-second line, left to right, and dribbles behind the back. Now loses the dribble in your half court. Needs help. Finds Megan Trout, fumbles it, and through her hands and a turnover. 17th turnover of the night here. And right side to Flanagan with 3:50 to go third quarter. Right side driving in, and that's going to be a foul on Scott City. As that time Barton creating the contact. They're going to get Erica Felker with their 3rd foul, the team's 4th of the half. As Brooke Strine is in for Colby is going to be Shaylee Holzmeister, also Kendall Gentry back in with 3:46 to go as Erica Felker and Megan Trout check out. 3:46 here in the third. Colby to inbound it up 6, 30-24. The lob it right side to Holzmeister, the freshman. Now they're working around up top to Emma Wright, to Logan Nolan. Here with 3:38 to go third period. 6-point Colby lead with the ball, 30-24. Scott City so far 1 point here in the first 4.5 minutes, and you can tell Yancey Walker just trying to spread things out a little bit, run a lot of time off, and get Scott City's 2-3 zone spread out. Now Holzmeister in the paint, left side to Nolan, who launches a quick 3 off the off the rim, and the rebound to Kendall Gentry underneath. My goodness, she was about tackled, and they yet to call a foul on that. Left corner, Lewis, good position, Strine, bank shot off to left, tipped in the hands of Cheyenne Kramer. Scott City resets, down 6. Lewis will take the 17-footer left baseline, no, and the rebound, that's going to get Logan Nolan with the push, and that'll be her first, and the team's 3rd of the half with 2:58 to go here in the third. Good opportunities that time for Scott City, misfired on both shots. They have not hit a field goal here in this third quarter. Scott City inbound at Kramer, right baseline. Lewis takes it from 15. That one strung again, and the rebound goes to Holzmeister for Colby. She has 4 boards tonight. Still, Scott City cannot buy a field goal here. They have not had one since the 9-second mark of the first half. A shot blocked by Strine on Nolan, and then saved into play to Kendall Gentry for Scott City. Lady Beavers, a good job that time, not committing a foul. They have the ball down 6, but need a basket here. Have not had a field goal since the 9-second mark of the first half. Into Strine, she is pushing. That's on Bryn Stanley. If that's on Stanley, that'll be her 4th foul here, and a big foul with 2:28 to go third quarter. And it is. The team's 4th of the half, as Elizabeth Barton, who got a quick breather, returns. Lineup replacing Stanley, and there's a mismatch for Scott City, and let's see if they can take advantage of that mismatch. Strine underneath. Lewis will inbound it, try to get it into Strine. She'll be fouled by Elizabeth Barton. Ooh, that's a tough foul on Colby. That's Barton's 2nd, and the team's 5th, and now all of a sudden they have 5 fouls this half. Scott City's been whistled for 4. 2:26 here in the third. Lady Beavers down 6 with the ball at 30-24. They'll get it into Strine through her hands, but then strip it, then picked back up by Metzger. Saves the possession, right corner to Avery Lewis. Into Strine, catches it. Power dribble goes up, shot. No, but a late foul called on Allie Flanagan. That is her first in the team 6. So you can see Colby really collapsing on Strine there. And 2 free throws coming up for Strine, trying to get points 10 and 11 for the Lady Beavers here tonight. Scott City has yet to hit a field goal. They're on about a 6-minute field goal drought. Strine drills the free throw, 30-25, 2:18 to go for third period of play. Be free throw attempt number 7. And she is 5 of 7 there and has 11, and Scott City back to within 4. But Colby's on a 2-minute scoring drought. It's 30-26 here with 2:13 to go in the third. Elizabeth Barton with it up top, guarded by Kendall Gentry. Goes left and now to Logan Nolan, and now to Flanagan driving left on Lewis. Oh, that was almost a double dribble driving in. And Barton, she'll go up and can't get the basket to go, but she's fouled. That'll be on Kendall Gentry, her third, I believe. Yep, it is on Gentry, her third. Her and Erica Felker with 3 fouls with exactly 2 minutes to go third quarter. Elizabeth Barton back to the line for 2. She has 11 tonight. She is 3 of 4 at the line. First of 2 charity tosses is good. It makes it 31-26. Felker back in with the 3 fouls, replaces Gentry, and fouls are really becoming an issue, especially for Scott City. Kendall Gentry, Erica Felker with 3. Brent Stanley has 4 fouls for Colby, but no others are 2. The second free throw crawls off, and Mackenzie Metzger gets her first board of the night. Lady Beavers down 5 of the ball. Here's Metzger into stride, catches, goes to her left. Bank shot, no. Rebound, and saved into play. Nice job by Logan Nolan, that is. And to Colby and Elizabeth Barton, now to Emma Wright for 2. 33-26 with 1:41 to go here in the third quarter. Metzger with it, and Scott City trailing by 7, their largest deficit, matching their largest deficit, lost by Felker, and then Kramer throws it away, 18 Scott City turnover. Been turnovers that have really killed Scott City tonight. Colby just has committed 4 turnovers on the night. Minute 20 to go third quarter. With it, here's Emma Wright, guarded by Kramer. Going to her right is Wright. Now driving in, Nolan scoop shot over Strine, no rebound, tipped and shined. Kramer collects it for Scott City. And then stolen and then ripped away by Kramer, and then outlets it right. Minute to go here in the third. Metzger trying to drive right sideline. Almost should have been a reach-in foul on Barton, but they do not let it go, or they let it go. Into Strine. Powers, bank shot good. Finally a free field goal for Scott City. 33-28 with 47 seconds here in this third quarter. Scott City ends a 7-minute field goal drought in this game. They're back to within 5. They need to get a good defensive stop here to get some momentum heading into the fourth quarter, as we're down to 35 seconds. Flanagan now up top with it is Emma Wright. Right with it now. Here's Barton. Bounce pass left side. Layup is good and 1. Scott City rotated late on defense, and Holzmeister makes it 35-28 with 26.5 seconds to go here in the third. Strine picks up foul number 3. Team 6 of the half. 26.5 seconds to go third quarter. Stevens in replacing Cheyenne Kramer. And Coach Yancey Walker will send in Nessa Cheney. Cheney will be in. That's good to see her back in there. Megan Trout back in for Scott City for Avery Lewis. That will be, I believe that is Emma Wright. Free throw for Holzmeister's 1 of 2 at the line to make it 2 of 3. And Colby's got their largest lead of the night with 26 seconds to go third quarter at 36-28. Felker to race it across. Drives coast to coast. She's tripped up, and there's a foul push on Nessa Cheney, and that's her third. And that's a 1-and-1 here with 19.9 to go third quarter. That's the 7th foul already on Colby this quarter. Been a lot of fouls in this third period, and both sides. As Wright will check in for Cheney, who'll have to check back out, that is, after committing her third foul. Felker 0 for 1 at the line tonight. Scott City 3 of 4 this quarter, 7 of 12 for the game, and make it 8 of 13. Felker just her third point. 36-29, 19.9 to go third period of play. So Brent Stanley on the bench for Colby with 4 fouls. Nessa Cheney with 3. Scott City has 3 players with 3 fouls, including Felker, who sinks the free throw and has 4, back to a 6-point game. 15 seconds to work third quarter at 36-30. Nolan races across now here with Allie Flanagan out high, guarded by Megan Trout. A little mismatch there. Now here's Barton, right corner. Here's Emma Wright, fires a 3. Short rebound to Stevens with 3 seconds. 2 seconds, 1 second, and Scott City will just dribble this out, and that's the end of your third quarter. So Scott City trailing by 6 as we go to the fourth quarter. They are outscored 12-7. They're down by 6. We'll come back in 1 minute for the fourth quarter. This is Beaver basketball. 36-30, Colby leads this one. Scott City's ball to begin the fourth 8 minutes of play. Glad to have you aboard here. Adam Kadavy with you here at the Colby Events Center. Scott City and Colby here tonight, and then Scott City drives the right baseline, and then both teams trade turnovers. Colby, though, with 5 turnovers tonight. Scott City with 19. That's been really probably the big story here this ball game here tonight. The Lady Beavers trail by 6 here, just underway here in the fourth quarter. Felker inbounded to Brooke Strine. Up top it goes to now a screen left side for Felker from Stevens into Strine. Catches it, goes to right, shot up, banks it home. She has 15, and Lady Beavers back to within 4 here with 7:40 to go. Now 36-32. All the ties and lead changes came in the first half. Colby's led by as many as 8. Now Nolan's trip, she gets in the paint. We're going to get a, oh, gee, many Christmas. They're going to call a holding foul on Megan Trout. It should have been a tie-up. Instead, it's a foul on Trout, her first, and the team's 8th of the second half with 7:30 to go. That allows Logan Nolan to head the line for a 1-and-1 here. Tough break there for Scott City. Free throw number 1 is good. She'll get the bonus. She's 3 of 3 at the line. Colby 10 of 16 as they push the lead back out to 5. 30 seconds into the fourth quarter at 37-32. Second free throw is up, and that is Nether Manette as well. The 5'2 sophomore, of course, has some Scott City ties. Her mom is from Scott City. 38-32. Felker dribbles it coast to coast. She'll drive in and lay it up and sneaks in on the left side. 38-34 with 7:20 to go, and that's a good confidence builder for the 5'6 juniors. Had 6 points tonight after having a 21-point game on Tuesday at home against Cimarron. Allie Flanagan with it, guarded by Trout out high. Ball deflected, and it's going to be stolen away. Good defense by Trout. Turnover number 6. Scott City can inch closer here. The opening minute of the fourth quarter. Here's Stevens, left baseline jumper. She rattles that one home for 2, and it's a 2-point game. All of a sudden, the offense has come to life for Scott City here in this fourth quarter in the first minute. 38-36 here with 6:48 to go. And bounce pass, nice shot blocked by Strine on the Holzmeister attempt, and she grabs the rebound. She had 6 blocks against Liberal a week ago, and Scott City can tie, but they get it poked away in a turnover. Scott City's 20th turnover is Felker was looking to drive in, had it poked from behind, and Colby preserves the 2-point lead for now. Logan Nolan trying to change that, and she's too strong on the 3, and the rebound loose underneath, and that's going to be last touch, they'll say, by Megan Trout. It'll still stay on Colby's end of the court here with 6:23 to go. Kendall Gentry in to replace Mackenzie Metzger. And Bryn Stanley in with her 4 fouls replaces Shaylee Holzmeister. 38-36, Scott City's trailing by 2. They've trailed by as many as 8 in this second half. At 36-28 late in the third. But they have 6 of the first 8 in the fourth quarter, and a 5-second count for Colby off the inbounds. They had 4 turnovers, just 4 turnovers in the first 3 quarters. In the first 97 seconds of the fourth quarter, they have committed 3. Scott City can tie it or take the lead with a 3-point play. Base shot is Strine on the left side over Stanley, and we're tied at 38. Our 4th tie of the game here with 6:08 to go, and 17 for Brooke Strine tonight. Scott City has hit 3 of their 4 of their first 4 shots here in this fourth quarter. They have not missed. 5:55 to go, and all of a sudden a brand new game has tied this up at 38. Scott City on an 8-2 run to begin this fourth period with 5:48 to go. Here's a screen. Barton fires a 3 for the lead. She'll knock it down. She has 15, 41-38 with 5:40 to go. She leads the Lady Eagles with 15 points tonight. Colby has made 4 triples tonight. Scott City just won. Ball deflected, but picked up by Scott City, but deflected again and right with a steal. Scott City with their 21st turnover. Here's a layup, and that is good for Barton. Her 5-0 run makes it a 5-point game, 43-38 with 5:19 to go. No, Scott City fought so hard to tie the game up. Colby has scored the last 5. Felker with it, give and go, trying to get it to Gentry, and we're going to get a tie-up, and that's going to be Scott City's 22nd turnover of the night.
Avery Lewis checks back in.
Avery Lewis in to replace Brinley Stevens, and we're going to get a timeout for Colby. It's going to be a full. We'll take it as well. 5:07 to go here in period number 4. It's Colby 43, Scott City 38. We'll come back in a minute. This is Lady Beaver basketball.
Scott City Eye Center has been a leading provider of optometry services and vision care products in the Scott City community since 1999. Our experienced eye doctors offer comprehensive vision examinations that our Scott City Optometry Office specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of a wide array of eye diseases, conditions, and problems. We use advanced diagnostic technology, and we are committed to improving the quality of life. Give yourself the gift of clear vision by scheduling an appointment with Dr. Joshua Gooden, OD, today.
Two of them, they've committed a couple here in a row after they fought back to tie it up at 38 about a minute and a half ago. Colby has scored the last 5 all on Elizabeth Barton shots. She has 23, and Colby almost loses there. They lead 43-38 with 4:50 to go entry feed, and that's going to be thrown away thanks to good defense by Scott City, and Colby commits turnover number 8. 4:47 to go. Lady Beavers see a little pressure off the inbounds. Felker will take it across there and then gets poked from behind. That's going to be a holding foul. That'll be on Allie Flanagan, her second, and that's Colby's 8th of the half. Flanagan with her second, and a 1-and-1 for Erica Felker, who has 6 points. She's really been quiet here tonight. Has battled a little foul trouble. Kendall Gentry, Brooke Strine, and Erica Felker each with 3 fouls for Scott City. For Colby, Nessa Cheney with 3, and Bryn Stanley with 4, as Felker connects on the free throw to make it 43-39 here with 4:43 left. We've had 4 ties, 7 lead changes tonight. Felker to make this a 3-point game, and she does. She has 8. She has 4 in a row, or 4 points for her in this 4th quarter on her own, and it's back to 43-40. Colby with the lead, 4:38 to go. Nolan with a dribble at high. Help defense as Felker guards her. Now back up top to Elizabeth Barton, gets a screen, goes right, fires a triple, and she's going to see that curl off, and Brooke Strine with a great position underneath for the board for Scott City, down 3 in transition. Ball deflected, Track couldn't get to it, and it's going to be last touch, they'll say, by Colby, and Scott City catches a little bit of a break there. They have the numbers, but I'll tell you what, Colby's speed caught up there, and Trout will be out. Stevens is in with 4:21 to go. Lady Beavers down 3 with the ball at 43-40. As they'll try to get it in, Stevens does so through the hands of Avery Lewis, and another turnover. 23rd of the night. Here's Emma Wright, goes in, layup. No, but a foul on Kendall Gentry. That's her 4th. And that'll be team foul number 9 on Scott City, and a big foul with 4:15 left.
Foul is called on number 2, Kendall Gentry. Emma Wright.
And now Mackenzie Metzger will check in for her. Emma Wright, her first trip to the line tonight. She has 7 points off the bench. Both teams with just 1 senior. They both play a slew of sophomores. Scott City plays quite a few juniors as well. That free throw good for Wright. 44-40 with 4:15 to go. Metzger in to replace Kendall Gentry, fouled for the 4th time there. Colby 3 of 3 at the line here in the 4th quarter now. 12 of 18 on the night. Scott City 11 of 16. And the second free throw in and out. Rebound, though, dribbles out to Wright. And Colby can reset here and run some time off with 4:10 to go, up by 4 at 44-40. Logan Nolan with a dribble out high. Gets a screen, goes left with it, looking to drive in. Bounce pass to Wright. Guarded by Metzger out high. Wright will drive to the right side of the court now with 3:55 to go, and then hands it off to Elizabeth Barton, guarded by Avery Lewis. Scott City down 4, and you know Colby is going to run a lot of time off the clock. Barton bounce pass deflected. Oh, Scott City cannot come up with the steal, but a good effort nonetheless that time by Strine and Lewis, as it'll stay Colby's ball as it goes out of bounds with 3:47 to go. 44-40, Colby with the lead and the ball. Flanagan to trigger it in for the white-shirted Lady Eagles. Still lob it into Logan Nolan. Nolan, oh, that's going to be a holding, a foul on Felker, and that's another big one. That's her 4th with 3:44 to go, and it's double bonus time rest of the night for Colby. Correction, it's the 9th team foul on Scott City. I beg your pardon there. But Nolan is 4 of 4. It's pretty much automatic. Free throw is good. She'll get the bonus, making it 45-40 with 3:44 to go. Kendall Gentry in. She'll replace Erica Felker. And 4 fouls for 4 fouls there. Foul trouble becoming a huge issue late in this one for Scott City, especially. Bryn Stanley on the floor of 4 fouls or she's not on the floor, excuse me. Oh, she is on the floor of 4 fouls. No one misses it, but getting their offensive board for Colby. Scott City is not boxed out well on the rebounds, and Flanagan will make it pay with a 3. 48-40 all of a sudden. It's a 10-2 run, and timeout Scott City with 3:31 to go. We'll come back in 1 minute. This is Lady Beaver basketball.
Scott City Ice Center has been a leading provider.
Women at every stage of life want a healthcare experience uniquely theirs, where excellence meets elegance and healthcare is personalized just for you. Scott County Hospital and Scott City Clinic's skilled physicians and nurses will help your family prepare for the birth of your baby. The private, comfortable, secure rooms for labor, delivery, and postpartum care include jacuzzi tubs for pain management during labor. Call Scott City Clinic to set an appointment today. We put our heart in healthcare.
Basketball here brought to you tonight by Pokey Feeds. They're also playing the H Insurance, Plain Jan's New Life Marker and Order Supply. As the Lady Beavers now matching their largest deficit. Colby on a 10-2 run here over the last few minutes here with 3:25 to go into stride. Catches it. Now back out high to Gentry with her fit on the line. A deep two is nothing but net and her 9th point. 48-42 with 3:19 to go, and Scott City back to within a half dozen, fighting foul trouble here. It's been a 10-2 run for Colby, now 10-4 run over the last 2.5 minutes. Here's a runner by Barton is good, and she answers back with her 17th point, 50-42. 3 minutes to go in this one. That was one where Strine did not want to collect the 4th foul. Here's Felker, gets it poked away, but Gentry saves the possession out high. Right side, it goes to Mackenzie Metzger and back to Kendall Gentry. Man, there was a lot of contact there and no foul on Colby, and they get the steal. Gee, many Christmas. You got to call those fouls consistently like that on the contact, and they haven't here in the second half. It's been tough. It's been a turnover. That's really the bigger story, and that might have been a walk by Nolan Strine with the steal. 9th Colby turnover, 50-42, 2.5 to go. And transition, Kendall Gentry now finding cutting Strine, goes left side, her lip crawls off, rebound tipped, and Colby has it. Things starting to unravel a little bit for the Lady Beavers here with 2:20 to go. 50-42, Colby up by 8 with the ball. And it's really not the fouls that's the difference in this game. It has to be turnovers. Here's Barton, her runner up, and that's good. And it's now 52-42. And Colby's extending the lead out to 10 here with 2:06 to go. This is a 38-all game, first 2 minutes of the 4th quarter. Since then, it's been a 14-4 run by Colby. Foul trouble as well by Scott City. He's eliminated that. A layup, no. And through contact as well, and they won't call that, and the rebound goes to Colby. They have the 10-point lead with 1:45 to go. Scott City also giving up about 4 points off the turnovers, and Flanagan now with 10, 54-42 with 1:33 to go as this one's unraveled in a hurry for Scott City. And now they call a foul on Logan Nolan. That'll be her second, team's 9th. And with 1:29 to go, 1-1 coming up from Mackenzie Metzger. Her first trip to the line in varsity competition in her career. And Metzger will check out if she hits both free throws. Cheyenne Kramer's coming in for her. 1:29 to go. But this one unraveled here in the last 4 minutes here for Scott City. Metzger sinks the free throw. First point of the night, 54-43. 1:29 to go. Turnovers and fouls at inopportune times here for Scott City really hurt them tonight. That second free throw from Metzger also good, and she will exit with 2 points, so makes it 54-44. Scott City was down 6, 36-30 go in the 4th quarter. They tied it at 38 with 16 to go. Since then, it's been a 16-6 run in the last 4 minutes by Colby. Up top with it is Flanagan, pulls up for a straightaway triple, and she'll be short on that one. That'll go out of bounds. It'll belong to Scott City. And back in will be Mackenzie Metzger replacing Avery Lewis here with 1:16 left. Both teams play about 7 to 8 players on a consistent basis. 54-44 is your score. Left side to Kendall Gentry. Now left corner to Metzger. She'll launch a three. She'll be short on it. The rebound will go out of bounds to Colby. Good effort by Metzger. Had a good look at it. She'd been right maybe more at the high school line. She would have hit that. As Lewis checks in for Kramer, a little bit of a brief breather there for Kramer. Ball stolen away by Strine. She'll flip it into Lewis. Nope, who can't get it. And good hustle there. Colby with an uncontested layup on the other end coming up here for Emma Wright. And she knocks it down. She has 10. She has really been big off the bench. 56-44, 53 seconds to go. In the left corner to Avery Lewis. She'll fire the three, and she will be short on that one. Rebound, Stanley saves into play and into the hands of Emma Wright. Scott City's only hit 1 3 tonight. That's been big as well. They've been good on threes all year, and that'll be up for Kendall Gentry, who reached in that time on Elizabeth Barton. And Gentry will be disqualified with 35.5 seconds to go. Had a good night. Foul trouble bit her, especially in the third quarter. She'll foul out with 9 points tonight. It'd be Brinley Stevens and also Megan Trout in. And 2 free throws coming up here for Elizabeth Barton, who has 21 points tonight, 9 in this fourth quarter. First to 2 is good, and making it a 57-44 game with 35.5 seconds to go. And this is a pretty explosive Colby team. Free throw number 2 for Barton is good as well. And it's now 58-44. This game was much closer than what the final is going to indicate here. Been a 20-6 run for Colby over the last 5 minutes. And Striner, she is stripped, and that will be turnover number 25 tonight on Scott City. And Colby's going to dribble this one out here and come out with a 14-point victory. They've won the last 2 in the series, both in this building. Exchange almost knocked loose. Now Barton will drive in. Dish underneath to Stanley, who kisses it off the glass for a 5th point. 60-44 with 4 seconds to go. And now Felker will race and launch a half-court three. It'll be short, and that'll be it. This one turned on a dime. 60-44. Colby wins it tonight here over Scott City. Lady Beavers are now 500 with Goodland in front of them, coming up, who won big tonight over Holcomb. Post-game show to begin after this 3-minute break. This is Scott City Lady Beaver basketball.
Park Lane Nursing Home.
Women at every stage of life want a healthcare experience uniquely theirs, where excellence meets elegance and healthcare is personalized just for you. Scott County Hospital and Scott City Clinic's skilled physicians and nurses will help your family prepare for the birth of your baby. The private, comfortable, secure rooms for labor, delivery, and postpartum care include jacuzzi tubs for pain management during labor. Call Scott City Clinic to set an appointment today. We put our heart in healthcare.
White's Food Liner is located at 1314 South Main Street in Scott City, Kansas. They are open daily from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Home delivery is available Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. just by calling 620-872-5854. They are a full-service grocery store offering a wide selection of varieties at affordable prices. Sign up today for their mobile app. Look for it in the App Play Store under White's Food Liner. Don't forget to visit today.
Faro Heating and Cooling of Scott City is a proud sponsor of Beaver activities. Brent and Angie take pride in helping our activities and support our students 100%. They can also help you with any heating and cooling needs that you have. Give Faro Heating and Cooling a call at 620-872-3508 and see if they can help you with your needs today.
Fairleigh Feed Yard is dedicated to investing in our facilities and staff to provide the best experience possible for the cattle feeder and, in the end, the consumers of our product. We are always in the market to purchase corn and other commodities from local producers. Call our office at 620-872-2111 for current pricing. Our dedicated employees and their families are very important to us, and we are proud of their children that are current Beavers and individuals that will grow into those roles in the future. Fairleigh Feed Yard is privileged to support Scott City youth and are honored to cheer on the Beavers.
Adding value to our community has been our priority since day one. That's why the Scott Co-op is here with 8 elevator locations, 2 service stations, 5 car trolls, bulk fuel and oil delivery, as well as a full-service agronomy department, including agronomy services, seed, chemical, fertilizer, and custom application. Visit us online at scottcoop.com or download our app for more information. Scott Co-op is a proud supporter of our local communities.
Is your dog ungroomed and smelly? Then come on by the new and improved Wagon Wash, located at 501 Jackson Street in Scott City, Kansas. We added on a dog wash for your pet's hygienic needs. There are 6 different modes you can choose from: shampoo, oatmeal conditioner, rinse, odor control, flea and tick, and blow dry. Our facilities are regularly cleaned, and we have a vending machine full of treats for you and your pet. Follow us on Facebook at Wagon Wash Car Wash.
For exceptional service in real estate, put Stephanie Shapland at Shapland Real Estate to work for you. Property homework is what we do best at Shapland Real Estate. We put forth every effort to get results that move you. Our expertise in buying and selling residential, commercial, and agriculture property is built on the tradition of trust and thoroughness that you deserve. Shapland Real Estate takes pride in our community and in cheering on our students in all that they do. Give Shapland Real Estate a call or visit our website today.
Fourth quarter to win it here tonight, 60-44. Really the final, not indicative, or an indicate, or what I'm trying to say, not really what we would see. The final was a lot closer, or the score was, or game was a lot closer what the final score indicated. That's what I'm trying to say. My goodness, I'm ready for break. 60-44 your final. Scott City Lady Beavers now fall to 500, and they have a rough schedule ahead of them with number 1 ranked Goodland coming up on Tuesday at home. And then they will, as Goodland beat Holcomb tonight, 69-36. And I saw Cimarron was leading Hugoton by 16 going into the fourth quarter. And so we'll see. They fall 58-43. So Hugoton, or Cimarron, knocks off Hugoton tonight. Maybe call an upset. Anyways, taking a look at the final numbers in this one here for Scott City and Colby. For the Lady Beavers of Scott City, Brooke Strine with the team high 17 points tonight. 9 for Kendall Gentry. I believe that's a new career high for her. 8 for Erica Felker. 4 for Avery Lewis. And then you had Brinley Stevens, Mackenzie Metzger, and Cheyenne Kramer each with 2 points here tonight. So 7 Lady Beavers score. They had 16 fouls, but probably what lost them the game more than anything else were the turnovers. They had 25 turnovers, 3 steals, 18 defensive rebounds, 4 offensive boards for a total of 22 rebounds. For the Colby Lady Eagles, they were led by Elizabeth Barton. She had a game-high 23 points, 10 off the bench for Emma Wright, 10 for Allie Flanagan, 30, 51, 8 points for Logan Nolan, 4 for Shaylee Holzmeister, and then 5 for Bren Stanley. Colby just had 9 turnovers. They had 5 of those actually in the fourth quarter. They had 17 fouls. They actually had 1 more foul than Scott City in the game, but the fouls were big here. Or Scott City, Colby rather, had 20 steals, 13 defensive rebounds, 6 offensive boards, 19 rebounds. Even though Scott City won the rebounding battle unofficially 22-19, the 20 steals and the points off turnovers were big tonight for Colby here, enforcing 25 Lady Beaver turnovers. Is Colby quick enough? You can't just float those passes around. You got to make some strong passes, and also Colby with good help defense. Defense is what won the game really for Colby tonight over Scott City here, as it was tied at 38 early fourth quarter. Then Colby goes on a 22-6 run to close the game in the final 5:41 of the game as they win it here 60-44. Lady Eagles a line 3 of 4 in the fourth quarter, 4 of 6, 6 of 8. 15 of 23. Scott City was 13 of 18. Final 60-44. Colby wins it. We'll come back in 1 minute. We'll have our boys pregame interview with head coach Brian Gentry. Back in a minute here. This is Scott City basketball.
If you are in the market for a new or used vehicle, check out J&R Car and Truck Center of Scott City. J&R Car and Truck has a fully trained service and parts staff for repairs on most makes and models of vehicles. Locally owned and operated, J&R Car and Truck Center provides over 250 new and used vehicles in stock and ready to be delivered. Stop on in and check out jrcarandtruck.com for your next vehicle. J&R Car and Truck Center, your Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC dealership in Scott City. If you are in the market for...
As your local community foundation, we are dedicated to preserving local wealth so the communities in and around Scott County will forever remain an attractive place to live, work, and raise a family. We respond to the needs of our community through grant making, scholarships, and other special projects. To learn more, visit us online at scottcf.org.
Farm Bureau Financial Services with Hugh and Berta Benz in Scott City and Leota. Joined here with Coach Brian Gentry here in the pregame. And Coach, thanks for joining me here this evening. A good win for you guys, 55-44 here on Tuesday night over the Cimarron Blue Jays in a game that you led most of the way and then went back and forth a little bit early third quarter and pulled away late part of that period into the fourth. And over on Tuesday night, just how the game was played, you guys were able to adjust what your opponent wanted to do.
Yeah, I mean, I think our half-court defense was pretty good. We let them get downhill when we were trying to pick up early. And so, you know, we want to play our style and really, you know, kind of push the tempo and make sure that we dictate the tempo. But, I mean, there's games when you have a guard like Copper that, you know, maybe you just sit back a little bit longer, you know, a little deeper in the half court and just keep the ball in front of you and make it difficult on them to score. So we did that in the second half. And, you know, in games like that, you know, we don't want teams to hang around. We want to be smart with our shot selection. And early on, I thought that we were taking shots that we didn't need. Maybe not bad shots, but just shots that we could have got better. You know, we could have thrown up the ball inside and got easier shots and made it a little bit more comfortable for myself, you know, watching the game and the fans. We could have just been a little bit smarter, and so hopefully we learned from that and we continue to grow.
Yeah, the second half you really pounded it in with Jackson there. He ended up with 20 points, but what a big night he had. But you also had some others that really did a lot of other great things.
Yeah, we did, and you know, I think that's really good for us when we have, you know, multiple guys that can, you know, help out scoring, or, you know, whether it's, you know, their roles playing defense. Like Alex, I think he understands, you know, he can really be a pain for people defensively. He's quick, he's athletic, he helps get in there and rebound, but he makes point guards have to work for their shots, and you know, going into the night, that's not going to be an easy task. But yeah, we have, you know, Avery starting to pick it up on the offensive side. He's being a little more aggressive and finishing at the rim. You know, Dylan's got the ability to get hot. You know, he's got to stay out of foul trouble. Lawson continues to be aggressive. And, you know, we've got some guys that come in off the bench, and none of them seem very scared to shoot it, which is, that's good. You know, you want guys to play with confidence. And you know, for our subs, you know, if they're going to get pulled out of the game, it better be for doing something. You know, you know, going too fast, going too hard, something like that, not just, you know, going through the motions and not trying to make a mistake. So we want our guys to continue to be aggressive and play hard.
Coach Brian Gentry here pregame tonight. Scott City taking on Colby, a team that's 3-0, and they swept the topside tip-off in Goodland last weekend. We're supposed to play Holcomb on Tuesday, but couldn't because of the weather. But boy, this is going to be a pretty loaded team you're going to be facing here tonight.
You know, it all starts with Hunter. He's one of the top players in our classification in the state, if not, you know, all the classifications, because he's a solid guard. He can score, you know, at the basket. He can score in the mid-range. He can hit the three. He's got a great handle, and he really, you know, controls their offense. He allows everybody else that he plays with to be better because they're more relaxed when he has the ball in his hand. And then obviously the Bussy kid who moves in and a very athletic kid gets to the basket and can shoot it. So, you know, they're good. And then, you know, then you look at, you know, Tubbs, who's a big kid. He's athletic. He can get up by the rim and dunk, and Puckett's good. And so, yeah, they've got a number of guys that are, they're solid players, and it's going to be a great test for our guys. Our half-court defense is going to have to be solid. It doesn't have to create a lot of turnovers. If it does, great. But for us, the half-court defense has to be challenging for them to get, open shots. We've got to just do our job. We've got to contest it from the ground because Hunter fakes a ton, and we don't want to get in foul trouble, and we don't want to give him easy baskets. So, tonight's a big test for our half-court defense.
Should be a good one here. You get a couple of big games coming up, starting with Colby here tonight, and Coach Brian. More to come in your pregame show. We'll have a breakdown of the matchup, also bringing starters, keys of the game, and the tip-off after this timeout. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Scott City Eye Center has been a leading provider of optometry services and vision care products in the Scott City community since 1999. Our experienced eye doctors offer comprehensive vision examinations that our Scott City Optometry Office specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of a wide array of eye diseases, conditions, and problems. We use advanced diagnostic technology, and we are committed to improving the quality of life. Give yourself the gift of clear vision by scheduling an appointment with Dr. Joshua Gooden, OD, today.
Women at every stage of life want a healthcare experience uniquely theirs, where excellence meets elegance and healthcare is personalized just for you. Scott County Hospital and Scott City Clinic's skilled physicians and nurses will help your family prepare for the birth of your baby. The private, comfortable, secure rooms for labor, delivery, and postpartum care include jacuzzi tubs for pain management during labor. Call Scott City Clinic to set an appointment today. We put our heart in healthcare.
White's Food Liner is located at 1314 South Main Street in Scott City, Kansas. They are open daily from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. Home delivery is available Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. just by calling 620-872-5854. They are a full-service grocery store offering a wide selection of varieties at affordable prices. Sign up today for their mobile app. Look for it in the App Play Store under White's Food Liner. Don't forget to visit today.
Furrow Heating and Cooling of Scott City is a proud sponsor of Beaver activities. Brent and Angie take pride in helping our activities and support our students 100%. They can also help you with any heating and cooling needs that you have. Give Furrow Heating and Cooling a call at 620-872-3508 and see if they can help you with your needs today.
Fairleigh Feed Yard is dedicated to investing in our facilities and staff to provide the best experience possible for the cattle feeder and, in the end, the consumers of our product. We are always in the market to purchase corn and other commodities from local producers. Call our office at 620-872-2111 for current pricing. Our dedicated employees and their families are very important to us, and we are proud of their children that are current Beavers and individuals that will grow into those roles in the future. Fairleigh Feed Yard is privileged to support Scott City youth and are honored to cheer on the Beavers.
Adding value to our community has been our priority since day one. That's why the Scott Co-op is here with 8 elevator locations, 2 service stations, 5 card trolls, bulk fuel and oil delivery, as well as a full-service agronomy department, including agronomy services, seed, chemical, fertilizer, and custom application. Visit us online at scottcoop.com or download our app for more information. Scott Co-op is a proud supporter of our local communities.
Back on the 15th of February here, and that was a game where they led throughout, had a big lead, but then it kind of dwindled down toward the end, and Scott City hung on 60-55 against a very good Colby Eagle team last time out here. As Scott City out there warming up now, and The Beavers had to survive last week against an upset effort, or a pretty good effort that time from Cimarron. That's who Cimarron's playing tonight. That's why I said that. But 55-44 victory. And Cimarron is an improved team from last year. Let's make no mistake about that there. And Scott City had a really good run there. Jackson Rumford with the big 9 and about another double-double for him, and that was big there. They fed him a lot in the second half. He ended up with the game-high 20 points. Scott City, Colby, they have started out hot, 70-62, 61-58 over McCook, and then 43-29 over Norton. We'll get to the boys pregame here in a little bit, where we're going to talk with Coach Amy Felker here. Let her get the headset on here. And Coach, tough loss tonight. You guys fought hard there, and then all of a sudden Colby just made some big runs. And I think, do you feel like maybe that run that Colby had in the last 10 seconds of the first quarter kind of changed the rest of the night?
It did. The first part of the first quarter, we were really attacking and getting shots and taking it to the inside and playing great defense, and the momentum just totally switched. We gave them all the confidence in the world. We let them get back in the game, and then they just kept attacking us, and we just couldn't put anything together after that.
Yeah, it was tough, and really a lot of it had to do with a couple of things, turnovers and fouls, and I think probably the big story was turnovers for you guys tonight.
These girls know these girls so well, and we just did not. It's like we played scared a couple times. It's like we didn't think we could dribble against them and that kind of stuff, and we wanted to get the ball way too fast. We just need to slow down a little bit, take care of the ball, and not reach. We knew they were going to drive, and we just kept reaching, and it just didn't happen for us tonight.
You could tell that Colby wanted to take Erica out, and they did for the most part. She ended up with a hard-earned 8 points, but a player like Kendall Gentry, it was good to see her get going 9, and really some others that kind of stepped up a little bit as well on the scoring side.
They did a good job. Their game plan was to take Erica out of the game, and they did a great job. And then late in the game, she finally got a couple of baskets and some free throws. But we just got to keep feeding Brooke the ball when they have nothing on the inside. They're shorter than us on the inside. I was glad to see Kendall step up. I just wish she would shoot a little bit more. Some of those other girls we talked about, to get the pressure off Erica and Brooke, other people got to step up and take some confident shots and that kind of stuff. Not just one. 1 for 1 in a game is not good. You need to take 5. Yeah. So, they just have to have more confidence in themselves and gain a little bit of that over Christmas break.
There were some good things at times, but he get it tied at 38, and they just go on a big run. It seemed like they couldn't miss in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and we just made a couple of miscues on defense, and then make a couple turnovers, and then it's going the other way. So, we just got to take care of the ball. We got to out-rebound them. Rebounds kill us, too. So, we got to take care of things and play our game and not easy defense.
Well, get back to it Tuesday night with Goodland, and I know that's going to be a tough one for you guys there.
It will be a tough one. We got to bounce back, but we got to play defense and rebound against them, and hopefully, we'll come out and be able to compete and see what happens since we're at home, especially.
All right, Coach, thank you for the time. We'll see you next week.
All right, thanks.
Once again, Coach Amy Felker joining us. Post game here for the girls we'll get ready for the boys here, and we'll take a 1-minute break. This is Beaver basketball.
As your local community foundation, we are dedicated to preserving local.
Adding value to our community has been our priority since day one. That's why the Scott Co-op is here with 8 elevator locations, 2 service stations, 5 card trolls, bulk fuel and oil delivery, as well as a full-service agronomy department, including agronomy services, seed, chemical, fertilizer, and custom application. Visit us online at scottcoop.com or download our app for more information. Scott Co-op is a proud supporter of our local communities.
Is your dog ungroomed and smelly? Then come on by the new and improved Wagon Wash, located at 501 Jackson Street in Scott City, Kansas. We added on a dog wash for your pet's hygienic needs. There are 6 different modes you can choose from: shampoo, oatmeal conditioner, rinse, odor control, flea and tick, and blow dry. Our facilities are regularly cleaned, and we have a vending machine full of treats for you and your pet. Follow us on Facebook at Wagon Wash Car Wash.
For exceptional service in real estate, put Stephanie Shapland at Shapland Real Estate to work for you. Property homework is what we do best at Shapland Real Estate. We put forth every effort to get results that move you. Our expertise in buying and selling residential, commercial, and agriculture property is built on the tradition of trust and thoroughness that you deserve. Shapland Real Estate takes pride in our community and in cheering on our students in all that they do. Give Shapland Real Estate a call or visit our website today.
If you are in the market for a new or used vehicle, check out J&R Car and Truck Center of Scott City. J&R Car and Truck has a fully trained service and parts staff for repairs on most makes and models of vehicles. Locally owned and operated, J&R Car and Truck Center provides over 250 new and used vehicles in stock and ready to be delivered. Stop on in and check out jrcarandtruck.com for your next vehicle. J&R Car and Truck Center, your Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC dealership in Scott City.
Break, please, and thank you.
The store stock's full of.
And finally tonight for the Beavers, senior number 20.
Collegiate items, home decor, and so much more. Also check out the variety of popular cookware and grillware for the family chef. Why go out of town when you can get quality stocking stuffers at great prices? And don't forget that Giftologist has gift wrapping. The country oven baked goods are available daily. Ease the stress of Christmas shopping with a visit to Giftologist in Scott City and Leota.
Starting lineups here tonight are presented by Security State Bank here in Scott City and Leota. Free bill pay and online banking, safe, secure, and easy to use. Member FDIC. Let's get to starters for Scott City, coached by Brian Gentry in his 7th season. It'll be Dylan Metzger, the 6'1 senior, averaging 11 points a game. Avery Knoll, the 6'3 junior, 5.2 points and 4.4 boards a contest. Alex Stranger, the 5'9 sophomore, 3.4 rebounds and 1.8 assists, 3.4 points, 1.8 boards a game, Jackson Rumford, the 6'5 sophomore, the double-double machine, 17.4 points, 12.2 rebounds. Also, Lawson Bailey, the 6'1 senior, 10.2 points, 5.6 boards per contest. Dylan Metzger, Avery Nowak, Strango, Jackson Rumford, and Lawson Bailey. For the Colby Eagles, they're coached by Parker McKee in his 4th season, coaching his alma mater, and is assisted by James Ferris and Brooks Curry. It'll be Hunter Vaughn, the 6' senior, Bray Nemhoff, a 6' senior, Shane Puckett, the 6'2 senior, Ben Bussey. He is a new transfer. He's from St. Francis, and he is an outstanding player. He is a 6'1 senior, and then it'll be Guy Tubbs. He is a 6'3 junior. Hunter Vaughn, Bray Nemhoff, Shane Puckett, Ben Bussey, and Guy Tubbs, the starting 5 for the Colby Eagles. Yeah, that Bussey name has been synonymous with in generations in Colby, or not Colby, but Goodland and St. Francis over the years.
Well, let's meet the starting lineup for the Eagles.
And now they get their introduction. Then they played a video montage before they interview the Colby Eagle starters here. So that's the delay there. But some girls scores tonight. Of course, here was a rough one for the Lady Beavers, falling to a pretty good Colby team here tonight, 60-44. Hugoton falling to Cimarron on the road, 58-43. And then it was, of course, Goodland knocking off Holcomb tonight in 69-36. So Goodland comes to Scott City on Tuesday. Lady Beavers will play Hugoton in 3 weeks from tonight in Hugoton. Boy, that's a big matchup there. Keys presented by State Farm agent Michael Trout will go to the proven winner. Keys tonight for Scott City. I think you have to take advantage of the opportunity of the match inside. For Jackson Rumford, another key for Scott City tonight here, as you've got to keep Hunter Vaughn in front of you and also Ben Bussey. Colby in their home white uniforms with black numbers, letters, orange trim, orange and black on the side. Scott City in those Columbia blue road uniforms, or road uniforms, white numbers and letters. Two pretty good friends, Guy Tubbs and Jackson Rumford tip in the center, and we're underway here as Scott City wins the tap here on KSKL Scott City. We're underway. Colby opens up in a man-to-man defense. Jackson Rumford guarded by Puckett. Now Metzger will drive in strong. His shot is stuffed from behind. It'll still stay with the Beavers here. We're just underway here in Colby at the Event Center. No score. Beavers snapped a losing streak of a few years last year to Colby here in this building. Can they make it 2 in a row? Off the inbounds, it's Rumford, flips it to Alex Tarango. Here's Dylan Metzger left side. He'll drive in, back up top to Tarango. Driving left side, they're really collapsing on him, and then stolen away by Braden Imhoff. And Scott City opens up with a turnover, then stolen back by Scott City. So the beat teams on Christmas in the giving, turnover and a steal to begin the ball game. First 30-plus seconds. Colby in a man-to-man, left side to Avery Knoll, gets a screen, give and go to Rumford, lobbed into him, catches it, backs his way, and pump fake, a little hook shot, and Scott City has the first 2 points of the night. 7:15 to go first quarter. Colby quickly back the other way. Too high a pass for Guy Tubbs, and it's going to be turnover number 2 on Colby in as many possessions. We're 50 seconds into the game, 2-0 Scott City lead with the ball. Colby in a man-to-man, Scott City in the half-court set here. Bailey flips it right side. Metzger from college range, extended, nails the 3. His 13th triple gives Scott City the early 5-0 lead, a little over a minute into this ball game. Here's Colby back with it with Hunter Vaughn, guarded by Alex Tarango. He's got the assignment on one of the top players of Kansas, says Coach Brian Gentry. Pivot move underneath, shot off the right side by Bussey. Good defense, and Rumford collects the board. Scott City up 5-0. They've hit 2 of their first 3 shots. Bailey takes it right sideline now. Pull up right corner to Tarango. He'll pop the 3. He will be a little strong on that one and deflected into the hands of Imhoff for Colby. He had a good look to Tarango in the right corner. He's 1 of 6 on 3s this year. 5-0 Scott City lead. Good defense by Metzger up top. Now it's loose. That's going to be, should be an over and back. But it's not. At Imhoff, they say Scott City touched it last, and Bailey swats the pass. Colby with 3 turnovers on their first 4 possessions. Stop and pop Rumford 3. Yes, he's got it. His second 3 of the year, and it's 8-0 Scott City 2 minutes into the game. Scott City with an 8-0 lead on 3 of 5 shooting. They have forced 3 Colby turnovers in their first 4 possessions and make it 4 turnovers in their first 5, but they say, almost I should say, a turnover. They say that Avery Knoll stepped on the baseline right in front of the official. Braden Foss, the first Colby Eagle to check in, replaces Braden Imhoff. 8-0 Scott City, 5:48 to go first quarter. Foss to inbound underneath the Eagle basket. Ball deflected out of there. That time by Dylan Metzger. 1 second ticks off the clock. And now back in right corner to Guy Tubbs, out high to Hunter Vaughn. Vaughn holds it, looks for a cut. Bussey at the right block. Back out to Tubbs for a deep 2. No, rebound muscled away by Lawson Bailey for Scott City. The Beavers with an early 8-0 lead in this one. 5.5 to go first quarter. Now Avery Knoll will drive in. He'll hang, shoot. Bank shot wide left, but he's got 2 free throws coming his way. First foul of the half on Colby. First foul of the ball game will be on Guy Tubbs. Avery Knoll, 40% on the year. Scott City was better at the line on Tuesday night. They're 48% as a team, and Knoll hits the free throw to make it 9-0 Scott City with 5:28 to go first quarter. Colby may be considered one of the top teams in that Lake and Sub-State heading into tonight. Second free throw rattling in and out, and Shane Puckett with the board for Colby. 9-0 Scott City advantage here. 5:20 to work first period of play. Scott City opens up man-to-man in the Colby's front court. Bussey up top, left side to Hunter Vaughn. Wants to get a screen, gets it. Good help defense. Now Vaughn trying to drive in left side. He'll take it in. Now dish it to Guy Tubbs, who'll lay it up and score. Tubbs makes it 9-2 Scott City. 5 minutes to go first quarter. The penetration by Hunter Vaughn created the basket that time for Tubbs, and Colby on the board. Now Tarango left side to Metzger. Looking to step back, wanted to take the 3-entry feed in to Rumford. Pivots. A couple times, flips up a hook shot, and he can't get that one to go. And the rebound to Shane Puckett for Colby. Eagles with the ball down 7 into Guy Tubbs underneath. His reverse layup is crawling in and out. And the rebound to Scott City. They lead at 9-2, 4.5 to go first quarter. Rumford goes left with the dribble, hands it off to Avery Knoll. Looking to drive in, backs his way in, kicks it right side. Metzger for another 3. That one crawls off, and Puckett already with 3 boards here in this first quarter. As Metzger had a good look at it right in front of the Colby bench. We're near the midway point of this first quarter. Vaughn with it up top, will lob it to Shane Puckett. He'll hold it now to Ben Bussey. Bussey will drive left side at their left baseline, cut off, and now it's just Puckett for 3. Too strong rebound. Guy Tubbs with it, and now Hunter Vaughn steps back, and Colby with another crack at it. Colby one of their first 5 from the floor, and driving in and a whistle. That'll be a foul on Avery Knoll. That'll be a foul on the floor. That'll be Scott City's first foul, and the foul on Knoll with 3:49 to go first quarter. 9-2 Scott City leads. They scored the first 9 points of the game. Colby to bring in their second sub of the quarter. Actually, it'd just be the same one. Braden Imhoff. He'll replace Braden Foss. So Braden for Braden there with 3:49 to go first quarter. Colby lobs it into Guy Tubbs. That was swatted out of there by Rumford out of Tubbs' hands. Still stays with the Eagles with 3:48 to go first period. 7-point Scott City lead here early on. 9-2 your score. Inbound in left corner to Ben Bussey, guarded by Knoll. Holds it now a high left to Hunter Vaughn. Vaughn has not attempted a shot yet. So far, Scott City's played him pretty well. Vaughn will lob it out high to Tubbs, guarded by Rumford. Now goes right side to Vaughn, quickly guarded by Tarango. Vaughn dribbles between the legs, drives right side, will take it all the way, flips it behind the back, and then Guy Tubbs loses it. We're going to have a tie-up. It'll still be Colby ball in the possession arrow. Vaughn flipped it behind him to a trailing Guy Tubbs, but Tubbs maybe was not anticipating the pass, and Coach Parker McKee will burn a 30-second timeout here with 3:23 to go first quarter. Basketball tonight also brought to you by Norder Supply, Miller Veterinary Clinic, Midwest Mixer, Western Bearing, Metzger Appraisers, and Metzger Family Farms, McCarty Family Farms, Lone Tree Farms and Livestock, Lebanon Lawn and Tree, Jackson Linkle Group, also JF Beaver Advertising, JNR Trucking, JNR Car and Truck, HRC Feed Yards, Amy Farms, High Choice Feeders, Harris Chiropractic and Acupuncture, Great Western Tire, Fro, Electric Fro, Ag Service Fro, Heating and Cooling, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Neil Baker. It's a 9-2 Scott City lead here with 3:23 here in the opening quarter. This ball seems like it's been on Colby's side of the court here for a while. But Scott City has done a good job here in the early going on Hunter Vaughn. He has not attempted a shot. Credit Alex Tarango, who is blanketing him, and then Metzger will steal the inbounds pass. Colby with their 4th turnover. As we approach 3:15 here in the first, 9-2 Scott City lead, and Alex Tarango takes it strong to the rack, and he's got a layup. It's 11-2, his first 2 of the night. As we approach 3 to go first quarter. Right side out high now to Shane Puckett, guarded by Avery Knoll, goes left to Braden Imhoff, and now to Hunter Vaughn. Vaughn will hold it, throws it up top to Guy Tubbs, goes right side to Bussey, now to Imhoff underneath the Guy Tubbs, pulls his way in. Bank shot is good. He has all 4 of Colby's points here with 2:42 to go first quarter at 11-4. Guy Tubbs, this junior for Colby. And now with it is Jackson Rumford. Holds it. Now throw back up top to Metzger. Scott City resets up 7 with 2:25 to work first quarter. Lawson Bailey right side. He'll try a 3. That one a little strong. Tipped around. Avery Knoll reels it away. He will try to go in strong. Throws it up. No. And the rebound to Hunter Vaughn for Colby. 2 good looks that time for Scott City. Could not connect on either one of them. And in transition, now Bussey right corner. 3 blocked out of there by Avery Knoll. And it's still going to be Eagle ball as Braden Foss is in for Braden Imhoff. So far, Coach Parker McKee with that rotation. Here with 2:07 to go first quarter. Scott City yet to sub, but nearly 6 minutes in. They've been pretty liberal on their substituting this year. And a dunk is thrown down by Boston Tubbs. He has all 6 of Colby's points to within 5 at the 2-minute mark of the first quarter. 11-6 is your score. And that time, Tubbs got around Rumford. Left corner to Avery Knoll, trying to get it into Rumford. He does with a bounce pass, then quickly 3. Eagles swarm him, now 4. Alex Tarango right side. He'll drive in, penetrate, pump fakes, needs help, finds a cutter, but then it's thrown away. Scott City's 2nd turnover. Colby with the ball down 5 with 90 seconds to go. The lob too high for Guy Tubbs, and they're going to throw it away for their 5th turnover. 11-6, Scott City with the lead. Colby has scored the last 4. Boston Tubbs with all 6 of the Eagle points. As we're going to see Sage Steckline in for the first time, replacing Jackson Rumford. And in for Colby for the first time is Jordan Jones. He is a 6-foot freshman. Of course, you remember his sister last few years for Colby, and Brooklyn Jones, who's having a pretty good freshman campaign in Colorado there. 1:20 to go first quarter. Up top it goes to Lawson Bailey. He'll drive in, now flips it left to Trango with a touch pass to Avery Knoll. Left corner to Lawson Bailey, head fake, drives in. He kept the pivot foot down, and now Avery Knoll will try a 3. Crawls off, Steckline couldn't get the rebound, and into the hands of Guy Tubbs for Colby. Scott City on a little bit of a scoring drought and a whistle and a double dribble and an unforced error. And Braden Foss in disbelief of that call. It'll be a turnover. As in is Dylan Duff for the first time, replacing Alex Tarango. And now Colby will bring in Ben Bussey back into the lineup. And he'll replace Braden Foss. Both teams with 2 subs off the bench here with 60 seconds exactly to go first quarter. Scott City up 11-6 with the ball. Here's Dylan Duff with it. Uses 1 dribble, now up top to Dylan Metzger. Metzger will drive right side back to Duff in the corner to Bailey. Guarded closely by Puckett in the corner. He'll drive in on Puckett, now to Knoll. Gets to the foul line, bank shot, line drive, no. And the rebound ripped away by Bussey for Colby. Scott City's gone a little bit of a drought here as of late. They lead it by 5 with 35 seconds to go here in the first quarter. 11-6 for Scott City. As it'll be handed off out high. Now Bussey with it. Goes to Jordan Jones and a whistle, and they're called Jones with a carry and a Colby 7th turnover. Here with 22 seconds to go first quarter of play. Scott City can add to their 5-point lead. They've led by as many as 9 twice. They lead it right now at 5 at 11-6. As Lawson Bailey will bring it across. Maybe needs to get it over a little quicker here. 12 seconds now, he finally gets it across. Here with 8 seconds, 7, 6 seconds now to Avery Knoll. Knoll flips it right side. Bailey will take it to the rack, pull up right baseline jumper, short rebound to Guy Tubbs, and that'll be the end of your first quarter. Scott City went cold for the final 3 minutes, but they built up a good lead. They lead 11-6 after 1 over Colby. Back in a minute for the second quarter. This is Beaver basketball.
If you are in the market for a new or used vehicle, check out J&R Car and Truck Center of Scott City. J&R Car and Truck has a fully trained service and parts staff for repairs on most makes and models of vehicles. Locally owned and operated, J&R Car and Truck Center provides over 250 new and used vehicles in stock and ready to be delivered. Stop on in and check out jrcarandtruck.com for your next vehicle. J&R Car and Truck Center, your Chevrolet, Buick, and GMC dealership in Scott City.
As your local community foundation, we are dedicated to preserving local wealth so the communities in and around Scott County will forever remain an attractive place to live, work, and raise a family. We respond to the needs of our community through grant making, scholarships, and other special projects. To learn more, visit us online at scottcf.org.
Scott City's lead at 11-6. It'll be their ball to begin the second period of play as Jackson Rumford has it. Alex Trango back in there. The starting 5 on the floor for Scott City. Dylan Metzger, Alex Tarango, and Lawson Bailey into Rumford, right block, backs his way in, pivot, splits the defenders, goes up left side and 1. Rumford with 7, and it's 13-6, opening seconds of the second half. Just the second team foul on Colby this half, and it's on Guy Tubbs, his second. By the way, Guy Tubbs has all 6 of Colby's points. Rumford to the line, trying to make it a 3-point play, and he does. He's 71% on the year, and it's now 14-6 Scott City. Opening stages of this second period of play here from the Colby Event Center. With it is Foss up. Has it now to Guy Tubbs, who stays in there with 2 fouls. Guarded by Jackson Rumford, dribbles behind the back. Now get it back to Hunter Vaughn. Now driving in, here's Vaughn wrapping around past Guy Tubbs. He'll miss the dunk, and the rebound goes clear out high to Dylan Metzger. Scott City was out-rebounded 8-4 in that first quarter, but they have the 14-6 lead, opening minute of the second period. Alex Trango, ball fake up top to Lawson Bailey. Colby stays man-to-man, left side to Metzger, looking to feed it into Rumford. Now Metzger will put it on the floor. Pump fakes, finds Trango right corner, launches a three. Short, rebound, Hunter Vaughn for Colby. Good look that time for Tarango. 6:50 to go first half, and now trailing Vaughn will stop, held, penetrate, pull up at the foul line. His jumper is good. That was his first shot attempt of the night. 9 minutes and 16 seconds into the game. It's 14-8 with 6:40 to go first half. That's pretty impressive defense by Scott City when you limit Colby's top scorer to his first basket early in the second quarter, and the three rims off for Metzger. Rebound Rumford, pump fake, and it'll be called for travel, and that'll be Scott City's third turnover of the night. Coach Brian Gentry frustrated on the call. I don't think he thought it was a travel. And Imhoff checks in for Colby, replacing Guy Tubbs, and now Scott City has an even bigger advantage underneath there with Rumford. With 6:22 to go first half with the size. Colby to within 6 at 14-8. Scott City's led it the entire way. They've led by as many as 9 on a pair of occasions. Bussey with it out high, guarded by Knoll. He'll drive around him, and he'll lay it up and score it. It's 14-10. And Bussey with his first two. 6:05 to go first half, and Colby with the last 4 points of the game. And Bussey hit a shot in that first quarter. That's his first basket. Scott City with the ball. And a shot launched, no, and the rebound goes to Vaughn. He'll bring it across. Scott City's lead is at 4, but Vaughn's looking to change it. He'll drive it in, kick it right corner. Here's an Imhoff three. No. Rebound to Avery Knoll for Scott City. Knoll collects his second board of the night, and ball trickles out to Rumford, flips it to Lawson Bailey. He'll try a left corner three. He'll be too strong on that. Here's a rebound tip. Triangle will save it into play, but it's into the hands of Colby. And now Colby with 5 on 4 numbers. Here's Bussey, and he will be fouled by Avery Knoll, who'll pick up his second and the team's second with 5:21 to go first half, as Coach Brian Gentry will go even deeper into the bench here.
23, Jackson Rumford.
No, they're going to get that, on Jackson Rumford. That's his first. Eloy Ruelas and Coy Vance in for the first time. Guy Tubbs back into the Colby lineup with his 2 fouls and 6 of their 10 points here with 5:21 to go first half. They'll lob it up top to Hunter Vaughn. Guarded by Tarango. Vaughn looking to drive left side. He'll take it all the way. Pivots. Pump fakes. Goes up. Bank shot. And it's a 2-point game. Colby on a 6-0 run here in the last minute and a half. And it's now 14-12 here. Scott City's lead trimmed to 2. 5 minutes to go first half. Really, Colby's on a 10-2 run. They're going to call it travel up top. Their 4th turnover of the night. And an unforced error gives Colby an opportunity to tie this game up or take their first lead with a 3 or a 3-point play. Scott City's led it all this half. They're 33% shooting in this first half. Here's Vaughn, flips it left corner to Imhoff, and now back out high. It's to Ben Bussey. Bussey doesn't get a screen for Tubbs. Now to Puckett. He'll fire a 3 for the lead. That is no good. Rebound underneath and a whistle and a foul. Imhoff collected the rebound. Foul number 3 on Colby this half with 4:38 to go second quarter. They'll get that on Coy Vance. That's his first. And the team's third of the half. Colby to inbound it. They were 38% in that first quarter, and that's going to be Puckett. A blocking foul on Coy Vance. That's going to be his second and the team's 4th already. Colby's been whistled for 2 fouls this half. So Vance with back-to-back fouls here with 4:36 to go first half. And Coach Brian Gentry will return Dylan Metzger back to the lineup for Vance here. Scott City hanging on to a 2-point lead, 14-12. They led 11-6 after 1. Lob out high to Ben Bussey, guarded by Lawson Bailey. On the screen now to Hunter Vaughn. Bailey now guards Vaughn, and now Rumford will take the chance. And here's a 3 for Vaughn. Too strong off the heel. The ball's going to be out of bounds. And it's going to belong to Scott City, as there was a fight to go get it between 2 Beavers and 1 Eagle. The Beavers tried to kind of block out Imhoff, and they couple of players end up going out of bounds. So Scott City maintains a 2-point lead, but haven't scored in a couple minutes, and Bailey with a steal, and they're going to get a holding foul out high and a bad pass. Imhoff with good defense at the time, and now Scott City with 5 turnovers, and Bailey commits his first foul, and that's Scott City's 5th foul of the half. Colby's been whistled for 2 here with 4:19 to go second quarter, and the Beavers on a 3.5-minute scoring drought. They've only had 3 points in the last, you can say 7 minutes of this game. I've seen a 9-point lead slip down to 2, and it's now tied. Imhoff with his first 2, 14 all, 3 minutes to go first half. Or 4 minutes to go first half. And Colby with an 8-0 run to tie this game up. Up top to Alex Tarango, now deflected, and boy, a lot of contact. They let it play. Up top now to Metzger, to Lawson Bailey here, back to Metzger. Looking to drive in, and now here's Alex Tarango posting up. Eloy Relis will fire right side 3. Too strong rebound. Jackson Rumford will control it for Scott City. Now he'll back his way in. Flips it to Eloy Relis in the paint. Oh, he traveled with it. He got too excited underneath there, and that'll be turnover number 6. And now Colby can take their first lead of the night. Alex Tarango exits as Camden Volgamore enters for the first time, the 6-foot sophomore. 3:20 to go first half. We're tied up at 14. It's an 8-0 Colby run. And they play a weave out high. Puckett with the ball now to Hunter Vaughn, quickly guarded by Lawson Bailey. Vaughn with dribble back to Puckett. Now left baseline to Guy Tubbs looking for a cutter. Back up top it goes to Puckett, now to Ben Bussey. Bussey drives in, flashes at right left corner, 3 for the lead. No. Rebound, Jackson Rumford. That was put up by Puckett. A whistle and a foul on Colby. That'll be on Hunter Vaughn, his first, third team foul, that is, of the half. With 2:54 to go first half. Rumford already 5 fouls or rebounds this half. Foss will check in, and out is Imhoff. And Eloy Relis is out as Avery Knoll returns to the Scott City lineup. So the Beavers have played 10 this first half. 2:50 to go, second quarter, 14-14. Metzger, and he's double teamed out high by Foss and also Vaughn, but then finds Volgamore, and here's Avery Knoll for 3. That one rims off. Rumford couldn't get the rebound. Last touch by Puckett, and it's going to stay with Scott City with 2:38 to go first half. Knoll still looking for that first 3-pointer of the year. He was close there. Scott City's hit 2 in this first half. Colby has not hit 1 yet. Bounce pass here into Metzger. He'll launch a 3 and he'll bury a 3. He has 6 on 2 threes. 17-14 with 2.5 to go first half. Breaks it over 5-minute drought, and now Guy Tubbs with a reverse layup. Jackson Rumford did not want to commit foul number 2. 17-16. 2:20 to go first half. Colby quickly answers back, and now up top to Avery Knoll looking to drive in. He'll take it strong. His layup blocked out of there by Puckett. And it will stay with Scott City. Gotta love the aggressiveness by Knoll. With 2:13 to go first half. Knoll to inbound it in. And the bounce pass, now they work it up to Lawson Bailey to Dylan Metzger. Metzger with it out high into Jackson Rumford. Rumford backing his way in double team. They're gonna call it traveling. 2:02 to go first half. A lot of contact, but in the end, it was Rumford who tripped over his own feet there. Now Colby with their opportunity for the first lead of the night. 17-16 under 2 to go first half. And now Vaughn up top. They're working around to Bussey right side, looking for a cutter, but can't find it. Now it's Bussey taking matters on the hands. His layup blocked out of there by Knoll as Bussey hit the deck. The physical play there. A lot of contact, no foul on that one. It'll still remain Colby ball with 1:47 to go first half. It's 17-16 Scott City. Beavers have never trailed in this one. Colby's on a 10-5 run in this second quarter. Lob into Puckett, and Colby has their first lead of the night. 18-17 with 1:42 to go first half as Puckett with his first 2 points. Beavers now trailing for the first time tonight. Knoll trying to go high-low into Rumford, and that's a hold on Shane Puckett. That's on the floor. Colby's 4th team foul of the half, and the first on Puckett here with 1:34 to go before intermission.
Foul's called on number 3, Shane Puckett.
Scott City to inbound it. Rumford has 8 points for Scott City. And he has it out high, hands it off to Lawson Bailey. Head fake. Now he'll drive in, take it all the way. His layup left side is good. His first two of the night, 19-18. 1:25 to go first half. Our second lead changed in a matter of 20 seconds. Vaughn with it, guarded by Bailey. He'll drive in, pump fake, wraparound pass. In the left corner, it's Foss for three. No, too strong in the rebound to Lawson Bailey. Scott City lead at one with the ball in transition. Avery, no power dribble. Goes up and it finally crawls in. 21-18. That ball hung up on the rim forever, and it finally went in for Noah. His first field goal, he has 3 points. 1:05 to go first half. Brian Gentry will call a 30-second timeout as they've scored the last 4 points of this game. 1:05 to go first half. Want to thank J&R Car and Truck Center for providing transportation here tonight to Colby. You can view their inventory on their lot at J&R Car and Truck Center, Scott City, and also online at jrcarandtruck.com. Adam Kadavy with you here from inside the Colby Events Center. Lady Beavers fall tonight 60-44. The boys of Scott City are up 21-18 here. Here late first half. 1:05 to go before recess. As Colby's ball out of the 30-second timeout taken by Scott City has scored the last 5 of the ball game. Colby fought to take their first lead at 18-17, nearly about 50 seconds ago. Scott City scored the last 4. Nice cut to the paint to Bussey, guarded by Bailey. A high pucket. He'll drive in. That'll be a whistle. Cade Bonville in for the first time. That's his first foul, the team's 6th.
Foul's called at number 25, Lawson Bailey.
They're going to get Lawson Bailey, on the foul. That's just, whoa, that should be on Cade Bonville. Bailey was not even near him, I don't think. And you can see Bonville in the court pointing at himself. That was definitely on Bonville. Okay, there we go. They get the right call that time.
41, Cade Bonville.
That's his first. Final foul to give of the half for Scott City before a 1-1. Jackson Rumford on the bench here with 50 seconds to get a quick breather. Scott City lead at 3. Now Brooks Bailey also in there for the first time, and that's a whistle and a blocking foul. Coach Brian Gentry wanted a charge taken on that one, and Braden Foss will head to the line for a 1-1. Brooks Bailey picks up the foul, his first, and the team's 7th. Colby's been whistled for 4 this half. And a 1-1 coming up. First trip to the line tonight for Colby. Scott City is 2 of 3 at the line. 21-18 Beaver lead. 45 seconds to go first half. Foss's free throw crawls off the rebound to Brooks Bailey for Scott City. The Beavers lead is at 3 with the ball. 40 seconds to go first half. Been a good defensive battle here tonight. Bailey almost turns the ball over. Bailey to Bailey. That's Brooks Bailey. He's going to be called for the walk. Scott City's committed a lot of unforced errors. Both teams now with 7 turnovers. Colby has not committed a turnover this quarter. Guy Tubbs in. He'll replace Braden Imhoff with 31.1 to go first half. 21-18 your score. Colby with the ball. Scott City with a 3-point lead. Alex Trango to check in next dead ball. 15 seconds to work first half. Hunter Vaughn with it. You know Colby's going to go for the final shot here. 12 seconds, 11, 10. They set a screen. Good help defense by Noel up top. Vaughn with it with 7 seconds. He'll fire it into Guy Tubbs. Turn on shot good. And Guy Tubbs with 10. Inbound in. Lawson Bailey will launch a 3/4 court shot. It's going to be wide left, and it's 21-20 at the break. Scott City with a 1-point lead over Colby at intermission, 21-20. We'll come back in 3 minutes with your halftime show. This is Scott City Beaver basketball.
Western State Bank proudly supports Scott Community High School students and athletes as they prepare for another great year of achievements. Just as our students prepare for another successful year, we encourage you to be prepared for whatever life may bring you. Stop in and talk with the knowledgeable staff at Western State Bank, whether it be a new home loan, financing for your business, or any one of our checking and savings account options. We're here to help you. Make sure to check out all of our internet banking options provided at WSBKS.com. Western State Bank, member FDIC. And as always, go Beavers!
With over 10 years of experience, Jamie at JW Enterprise can repair your windshield quickly and conveniently. Even if you don't have time to make it to the shop, Jamie can fix your windshield from your home, or he can come get your vehicle for you. JW Enterprise is insured and Safe Flight certified. He might be operating under a different name, but Jamie still provides the same quality of service. Let Jamie at JW Enterprise fix that chip in your windshield now. Find JW Enterprise on Facebook or give him a call at 785-260-7773.
The world needs more farmers. People who know the land. People who support rural communities. People who are as diverse as each acre they care for. But unless you've been born and raised on a family farm, it's nearly impossible to become a farmer. That's why we are building a team of people from our hometown and across the world to do what they love. We are not just a family farm. We are a multi-family farm. We are Volgamore Family Farms.
How would you describe your career?
Rewarding.
It's more than just a job.
Great vacation, great sick pay.
Great opportunities to move forward. Good work environment, good people. Always something new, always something different.
Every day you learn something new.
Their commitment to education is second to none.
They pay for my school.
I love it because we're all one big happy family.
Family.
Family. It's like a family.
Grow your career with American Implement and John Deere.
Playing Colby pretty tough, if not let them hit a three yet in this first half. Scott City led in the first half by Jackson Rumford with 8. Dylan Metzger with a pair of threes. He has 6. And also in the first half, 3 for Avery Knoll, 2 for Alex Tarango, and 2 for Lawson Bailey in the first half. Scott City had 7 turnovers, 7 fouls, 2 steals. They had 8 defensive rebounds, 2 offensive boards for a total of 10 rebounds. Pretty even on the boards as well, 10-10. Both have 8 defensive rebounds, both have 2 offensive boards. Colby in the first half had Boston Tubbs leading them with 10 points. Hunter Vaughn with 4. He did not get his first shot up till early in the second quarter. Braden Imhoff, Shane Puckett, Ben Bussey each with 2. For Colby in the first half for their 20 points. They had 4 fouls, 7 turnovers, 3 steals, 8 defensive rebounds, 2 offensive boards. They had a total of 10 first half rebounds. A lead of 1 at the break here for the Scott City Beavers here at 21-20 over the Colby Eagles. Little foul trouble for both teams. Guy Tubbs had 2 fouls. Coy Vance had 2 fouls for Scott City. We'll take about a 3-minute break, come back with some more first half stats. 21-20, Scott City boys up by a point at the break. This is Beaver basketball.
Lewis Automotive Group in Hayes, Dodge City, Garden City, Liberal, and Topeka treat the needs of each individual customer with paramount concern. They know you have high expectation, and as a car dealer, they enjoy the challenge of meeting and exceeding those standards each and every time. Allow Lewis to demonstrate their commitment to excellence. They encourage you to browse their online inventory, schedule a test drive, and investigate financing options.
To us, it's about so much more than just providing the technology. It's about enriching the communities we live in, because your community is our community. Where you live, where you work, where you play, we do too. Whatever you do, and wherever you are, our service supports you. Next Tech Wireless. We are Kansas.
There's nothing more spacious than Western Kansas, and nobody closer than our communities. We are determined to keep our communities connected to schools, kids to teachers and parents. We believe a connected world is a better place. We're more than what we do for our hometowns. It's what we do with our hometowns. S&T is proud to be your family, your friends, your neighbor.
Of 10, and got to make that, makes you wonder, makes you think maybe if they'll go back into the paint a little bit more in the second half. For Colby, they were 10 of 22 on the floor in the first half, 45%, 0 of 7 on threes, but they were 10 of 15. That's 2 out of every 3 two-point baskets they made in the first half, and 0 and 1 at the line. Don't forget, Scott City will be at home on Tuesday night. They host the Goodland Cowboys. By the way, Holcomb has had their way with Goodland in the first half. Thank you to Colin Studio Engineer getting that to me. Holcomb leading Goodland at the break, 28-10. So Holcomb, after their first game of the year, that loss to Goodland in overtime, they have really played pretty good basketball since. They have not lost since then. And there looks like they're on their way to a victory there over Goodland, who comes to town on Tuesday night. Colby, they have 2 more games before the break. They will play Stratton, Colorado tomorrow, and then they'll play Russell here on Tuesday night. Colby ball to begin the third. They have Shane Puckett, Ben Bussey, Braden Nemhoff, Guy Tubbs, and also Hunter Vaughn. Scott City with their starting 5 as Vaughn launches a deep 3. Oh, he'll bank it in for Colby's second lead of the night. Their first 3 made. Seconds into the third quarter, 23-21. I don't know if he called that or not, but what a good shot there by Vaughn, a whistle and a holdout high. As Scott City has Dylan Metzger, Avery Knoll, Alex Tarango, Jackson Rumford, Lawson Bailey. And really, you couldn't fault Tarango on that defense. That was just a better play that time by Vaughn, and foul on Ben Bussey, his team's first of the half. Scott City's first trip down the floor to begin this third. With it up top is Metzger. Right side to Avery Knoll in the corner to Lawson Bailey for an answer-back triple. Too strong, and the rebound to Colby. Into the hands of Boston Tubbs. Now here's Puckett out high to Vaughn. Seconds into the third quarter, Colby with a 2-point lead, their largest. Scott City led all but about 20 seconds of that first half. And then the first few seconds of the third quarter, now Tubbs will drive the right baseline. His reverse layup, he has a dozen, and it's 25-21, 7:03 to go third quarter. And now Scott City with a little early adversity to begin this third quarter. Up top with it is Alex Trango. Here's Nolan to run for backing his way, and he'll pivot left. Bank shot, no. Got his own follow-up, no. Rebound ripped away by Bailey. He'll go up and he'll leave it short. Got his own rebound. Fourth time, no. Fifth time, no. And the rebound out high to Vaughn. And he'll be called for a carry. Scott City had 4 chances underneath. They could not get it up either time. And Vaughn called for the carry. That's Colby's first turnover since the first quarter. Scott City had 5 chances underneath, missed all 5 of them from point blank, and that's got to be frustrating. Here now Bailey, nice dish left side, Rumford power dribble, and then went off of his knee and out of bounds to turnover number 8. So Scott City unable to capitalize on Colby's first turnover since the first quarter, and the Eagles with a 4-0 run, or 5-0 run to begin this quarter to lead at 25-21. 6:25 to go, third quarter. They've scored the last 7, and they missed the layup blocked by Rumford off the backboard, and then in the hands of Lawson Bailey. 3-on-2 numbers. Bailey trying to get around Vaughn. They'll call a block up top on Vaughn. That'll be his second foul, and the team's first of the half. Been a wild flurry of action here in the first minute 47 of this third quarter. They launched it into Alex Tarango. Ball fake a couple times, then stripped out of there by Imhoff, and Scott City with back-to-back turnovers. Imhoff, that's going to be a push-off, an offensive foul. That was pretty clear as day that time, and Tarango will take the charge. You can see that from up top here. And Imhoff with his first. Team's third of the half already on Colby. Scott City yet to foul here in the second half as we're nearly 2 minutes in. But the Beavers are 0 of 6 from the floor to begin the second half and trail 25-21. Bailey lobs it right side to Dylan Metzger, who launches a deep 3. He knocks it down. His third 3 has 9, and it's back to a 1-point game. 5:50 to go third quarter at 25-24. Colby up by 1. He has 3 of Scott City's 4 triples here tonight. 5:35 to go third quarter. The Eagles have 1 to check in next dead ball. Bussey still dribbles up top now to Vaughn, guarded by Alex Trango. Vaughn pulls up, now has to dish it to Puckett. He'll take it down the middle. His layup is no good, but a blocking foul and 2 free throws for Shane Puckett. The foul will be on Alex Trango as first. Scott City's first foul of the half.
Fouls on number 10, Alex Tarango.
5:25 to go third quarter. Puckett 2 points. That came in the second quarter. 25-24, Colby lead at 1. 5:25 here in the third. First of 2 charity shots is good. 26-24, Colby. They're now 1 of 2 at the line. Foss in to replace Braden Imhoff. And Puckett drains them both. He has 4. The senior makes it 27-24. Very senior-heavy Colby team. 5:20 to work here in the third. Into Lawson Bailey in the front court here. Dribbles it, steps back a bit. Now looking to feed it in high-low into Rumford. Catches it, help defense, pivots. Lake shot, layup good on the left side. He pivoted to his left. He has 10, 27-26. 5 minutes to go third quarter, and back the Eagles are the other way. Rumford with 10 to lead Scott City. Boston Tubbs leads all scorers tonight with 12. And now driving in, here's Bussey with a nice move to the back, and the layup is good. His 4th point, 29-26, 4:45 to go here in the third. And every time Scott City has scored this half, Colby has had an answer. No up top now to Lawson Bailey, back to Alex Trango. Tough defense there. Bussey had a hand in there, but good opportunity now. Here's Bailey will drive in. Kicks it left corner, head fake. Driving the left baseline, hanging. Bank shot too strong, or shot I should say by Nola's too strong, and Colby back the other way. Tubbs collected his 5th board of the night. Now up top, ball fake. Bussey will drive in. Now they're working to Vaughn straight away from Tubbs. Vaughn will take it left side of the rack. Pivots. Has an easy shot for 2. He has 9. 20. Make that 31-26. Colby's lead is at 5, their largest, halfway through this third quarter. Right side, it goes to Avery Knoll. Knoll fouled up top. That'll be Colby's 4th foul. I think they'll get that on Bussey, which would be his 2nd. with 3:56 to go in the third. And it is on Bussey. Scott City trails it by 5 here on the road, 31-26. Down to 3:40 to go here in this third quarter. Right left baseline to Jackson Rumford. Holds it, now finds, oh, they're going to call a travel on that one. There's no way that was a travel, but official says, I've got the whistle, I can make the call. Turnover number 10 on Scott City. 3:45 to go third quarter. You have to pick up a pivot foot in order to travel. There's no way from up top it looked like it. And now Vaughn sees an alley right side. He'll Lang shoot, and he'll miss it, but the follow-up by Puckett. And all of a sudden, it's a 7-point Colby lead, 33-26 with 3.5 to go third quarter. Scott City on there then misses a layup, and the rebound to Colby into the hands of Tubbs. Colby now with a 7-point lead of the ball. They're on a 13-5 run in this third quarter. Vaughn to take matters at hand. He will score it, and it's a 9-point game, 35-26 with 3:11 to go third quarter. So it's been an 18-point swing in this game, and Brian Gentry wants time. It's a full. We'll take it as well. 3:05 here in period 3. Colby with their largest lead of the night, 35-26. Back in a minute. This is Beaver basketball.
Fairley Feed Yard, located 7 miles south and 6 miles west of Scott City. They believe in the importance of feed and ration preparation, health programs, death loss management, and overall handling of your feeder cattle. Fairley Feed Yard supports the area activities and youth of Western Kansas. Make Fairley Feed Yard your custom cattle feeder. That's Fairley Feed Yard of Scott City.
It's been a 15-5 run for Colby in this third quarter, and they have their largest lead at 9, 35-26 here with 2:55 to go here in the third. Eloy Ruelas in to line up for Scott City. Alex Tarango now pass gets over to Metzger, kind of on a trickle there. Back to Ruelas, back to Metzger. He'll launch a deep three. He'll bury his fourth three of the night. He's fired them all from deep range, 35-29. With 2:36 to go third quarter, he has 4 of Scott City's 5 triples on the night, and now ball loose, and Scott City with the ball. Metzger lost it, but momentarily picks it back up as Bussey couldn't handle the pass. Right side to Eloy Ruelas. Scott City needs to get back-to-back baskets. They haven't done that for a long time here. 2:15 here in the third, 6-point Scott City deficit. Rumford will drive in, pivots, goes to his right, pivots, layup, leaves it short, rebound into the hands of Ben Bussey for Colby. Rumford with 10 points tonight, now Bussey on the run. He'll split the defenders and lay it up and score it. He has 6, 37-29, under 2 to go third quarter. Lead is back up to 8 for the Eagles. They've led by as many as 9 this half after trailing at halftime. And now Metzger for another 3. That one a little strong. The rebound to Hunter Vaughn. He collects his 6th rebound of the night for Colby. He'll push it across. He's had a big half. He has 11, and now 3 air balls at 3 into the hands of Lawson Bailey. Minute and a half to go third period. 8-point Colby leads Scott City's ball, 37-29. Metzger left side. He's guarded by Braden Foss. Will put it on the floor, and now goes over to Eloy Ruelas. Ruelas goes right with the pass. Right baseline to Jackson Rumford. Catches it, puts it up, and knocks it down over Shane Puckett. Rumford with a dozen, 37-31. Scott City hanging in here. Final 70 seconds of this third quarter, but kind of like the Garden City game last week, it's been a third quarter that's been bad for Scott City. And the backdoor cut and a layup is good for Guy Tubbs. 39-31 with 58 seconds to go. And every time that Scott City has scored, Colby has had an answer in this third quarter. Entry feed into Rumford, catches it. Ball fake. Now we'll flip it out high to Ruelas. He'll launch a three. That one crawls off. Metzger underneath there with the board. Dribbles it back out. Almost double dribbled with it. Tarango now Lawson Bailey. He'll fire up a three. Bounces off, and Hunter Vaughn with the board for Colby. Two good looks that time for Scott City. Each one of them off. 28 seconds to go third quarter, and Colby will go for the final shot with an 8-point lead, 39-31. They are on a 19-10 third quarter run to take an 8-point edge. Vaughn dribbles it out here, and down to 12 seconds to go here in the period. Into Guy Tubbs and back. They play a weave. Here's Bussey driving right side with 4 seconds. Backs his way in. Hangs, bank shot high off glass. No. Rebound tipped around, and Puckett will throw it up. It won't count. But that's your third quarter. Good defense on that end of the third quarter for Scott City, but they are down by 8 as we head to the fourth. Back in a minute. This is Beaver Basketball.
Miller Veterinary Clinic in Scott City loves to take care of your large or small animals as much as you love caring for them. Doctors Callista Miller, Stacy Rogers, Ellie Minix, and staff provide quality and compassionate care for your pet's health. They invite you to bring your animals in for checkups to keep their health in top shape. Miller Veterinary.
Get a hold of you. 271-0243 in Garden City. In Scott City, 872-2310. They can always go on the web at prohealthks.com.
Feel better now. Make an appointment with Dr. Yeager today.
Colby with a 19-10 run in that third quarter to take a 39-31 lead into the fourth quarter as we're back here inside the Colby Event Center. And Scott City, oh, that was over and back. Metzer didn't realize where he was on the court, and Scott City's 11th turnover of the night here with 7:53 to go. 39-31, Colby lead in the ball back. Scott City led by Jackson Rumford and Dylan Metzger, each with 12 points. They have 24 of Scott City's 31 combined. Got Tubbs of 14. Hunter Vaughn 11 to lead Colby. Tubbs with it out high. Now to Hunter Vaughn, guarded by Metzger right now. And Scott City has Bailey in there, and then Imhoff, he'll lose it out of bounds, and they'll trade turnover for turnover to begin this fourth quarter. The Beavers with Dylan Metzger, Lawson Bailey, Jackson Rumford, Eloy Ruelas, and Camden Volgamore. Colby with Hunter Vaughn, Braden Imhoff, Shane Puckett, Ben Bussey, and Guy Tubbs. Colby wants to trap out high in the half court. And now Volgamore with it up top to Ruelas. He'll drive right side. Jump stop, hangs, scoop shot, good. What a move by the sophomore. Eloy Ruelas makes it 39-33 with 7:17 to go. Keep in mind, every time that Scott City has scored in the second half, Colby has had an answer. Can Beavers force a miss here or turnover and get back-to-back baskets for the first time this half? Shot blocked by Rumford. Oh, the foul. They'll get him with the contact. That'll be Rumford's second and the team's second of the half. With 7:01 to go, Imhoff to the line. He has 2 points tonight, does the 6-foot senior. 7:01 to go. Free throw off to the right. Colby now 2 of 4 at the line. Scott City just 2 of 3. This is a game tonight that is really been pretty evenly called, I'd say, on the fouls and whatnot. Second free throw crawls off. Rebound Lawson Bailey for Scott City. So Imhoff misses 2. Not a lot of fouls, shooting fouls here tonight. Bailey to bring it across with 6:53 to go in the half-court circle now. Uses up a dribble and a miscommunication and a turnover. Here's Imhoff with the steal, and he is going to be fouled hard by Lawson Bailey as he goes into the basketball standard, and hopefully he's okay. Bailey with the push. That is his second. Team's third of the half with 6:46 to go. And now Jordan Jones, the 6-foot freshman, will enter for Imhoff, who limps off the court for Colby. They're running hard in the basket. Gets a round of applause there. Wasn't anything malicious by Bailey by all means, just trying to recover on defense. That'll be a foul on the floor, so Bussey to inbound it for Colby. They'll lob it out high to Guy Tubbs, guarded by Rumford out high. Man-to-man defense for the Beavers, down 6. 6:40 to go. Vaughn, a little stop and go. Now stops and goes again. Splits the defenders, and he's fouled. It'll be a foul on the floor. My goodness.
Fouls on number 23, Jackson Rumford.
Rumford's third foul here with 6:37 left, and that'll be team foul number 4. So Scott City with... I thought maybe that was more of a shooting foul than a foul on the floor, but nonetheless, Rumford with back-to-back fouls, and now backing in is Tubbs, and that's going to be a charge taken by Rumford. And now the Colby crowd does not like that call. Oh, my. Nobody's happy now. Foul on Tubbs is his third, and the team's fifth half with 6:33 to go. Scott City with the ball down 6 at 39-33. Tough break there for Colby. Metzger for a 3. That one's way short, and the rebound in the hands of Tubbs as he grabs the board as he takes it right to left, holds up. Now Vaughn, and that's going to be a whistle and a foul on Lawson Bailey. That's his third, and now fouls becoming big, I should say, here for Scott City with 6:16 to go. (39-33), Colby leads with the ball. Guy Tubbs with it out high, and now hands it off to Vaughn. And that's a lot of contact. The layup is good. Guy Tubbs literally ran over Lawson Bailey in front of the official, in front of the Colby bench. No foul call, and Colby wants time after the Vaughn layup. 41-33, 6:08 to go. We'll come back in 1 minute. This is Beaver basketball.
60-second timeout called by Colby.
Park Lane Nursing Home supports
about a referral to meet with one of our visiting specialty doctors. Scott County Hospital. We put our heart in healthcare.
Frustrating play, or no call either way against Scott City. Colby there is Vaughn with the layup to push the lead back up to 8, and still Scott City cannot get back-to-back baskets in the second half. 41-33 with 6 minutes to go. Bailey into Jackson Rumford to the right elbow, pivots, faces up Puckett. Looking to drive in on him, goes to his left spin move, pivots twice, he'll lay it up and score it. Nice move by Rumford, he has 14. 41-35 with 5:45 to go. As Scott City, can they get a defensive stop here? They haven't been able to get back-to-back baskets here in this second half. Colby's answered every time. Bussey uses up his dribble, needs help, finds it left side to Jordan Jones. Now up top to Bussey, turns down the 3, bounce pass right side to Puckett, who retrieves it back up top to Vaughn. 5:25 to go. Vaughn will take it strong the rack, got away with a walk, and a layup is crawling in, of course, for Tubbs. He has 16, 43-35. 5:15 to go. Scott City still cannot answer back-to-back baskets in this second half. Up top to Camden Volkmore playing some extended minutes. He'll drive in, he'll lay it up. Oh, he rushed it a little bit. And the rebound goes to Colby, and they can extend their lead here. 43-35, under 5 to go. Volkmore had the guarding Vaughn here, and 2 to check in for Scott City next dead ball. Goes right side to Shane Puckett. Puckett looking for a cutter up top to Vaughn. Between the rings, guarded by Volkmore. He'll drive left side, fake the pass. Now he'll throw it out to Bussey. He'll drive in, jump stop, throws it away. And Rumford had it, now lost, but still loose. That's kicked by Colby. That'll be Scott City ball. Turnover number 13 on the Eagles. In is going to be Alex Tarango and Dylan Duff. That'll be Eloy Ruelas and Camden Vogamore here with 4:28 to go. Beavers still a part of this. They need to get a score and get a couple of stops here. They need to get a couple scores and a couple stops. Let's do that here. 43-35. Tarango goes around the screen left side. They'll lob it over right side to Metzger, guarded by Jones. Gets a screen, steps back, now right side to Bailey. He's had a tough night shooting, just 2 points for him. Trying to feed it in and Rumford. Good defense by Colby as they front him and they have somebody behind him. Now Rumford does end up getting the pass. Looking to drive in. He'll back his way in up top to Duff. He'll fire a three. Can it get in there? No, it will not. And Vaughn with the rebound for Colby. Midway fourth quarter. Scott City down 43-35. Colby with the ball. Both teams have scored 4 points this quarter and make it 6 for Colby as Vaughn with 15, their largest lead at 10. 3:43 to go at 45-35. Now Duff with it, loses it, and Scott City turnover. Here comes Guy Tubbs down the court. He will go up and dunk it. His 18th point will bring the crowd to their feet. 47-35, 3:28 to go. Here's Rumford for a three. Yes, he's got it. And a timeout for Coach Brian Gentry, 47-38. That'll hush the Colby crowd for the moment with 3:23 to go and a 30-second timeout for Scott City. Rumford with 2 threes tonight after only having 1 on varsity competition this year. He has 19 points and 6 boards. Scott City down to 2 timeouts left here with 3:23 to go. Basketball presented by First National Bank Fairleigh Companies, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Hugh Berta Benz, Decal Bears, Shells, Flowers, and more. Brookover Cattle Company, Burning Farms, Beef Belt, Beavertown FFL, Burley Grain, B&H Paving, and American Implement. So Scott City down 9 here. Ends the 6-0 Colby run there. So Guy Tubbs tonight, 2 of 3 on dunks here. We'll be 3-0 on the year. This is a team that's maybe under the radar a little bit in the state, but Scott City's played them really tough here tonight. And they're going to get a reach and foul on Alex Tarango. That'll be team foul number 6 on Scott City. And Tarango picks up foul number 2. 3:19 to go as Shane Puckett to inbound it for Colby. When we get an opportunity, we'll try to pause for a station ID. Almost stolen away, but picked up by Puckett. He'll pull it back out with 3 minutes to go. Now up top, Vaughn turns down the 3. He'll drive in. His floater in the paint. Too strong. Rebound. And it'll be tie up, and it'll still stay with Colby on the possession there with 3:03 to go. Inbound into Vaughn. Vaughn with it up top, 2:50 to go. Trying to go around Tarango now. Bussey driving left baseline cutoff. Left side to Vaughn with 2:38 to go. He'll drive in strong. Flips it behind him with Guy Tubbs. That one looked like it hit the left baseline. Now Bussey steps back for a 3. Too strong into the hands of Dylan Metzger for Scott City. Metzger with it in the backcourt, and then it's pickpocketed by Bussey with the steal and the layup. 49-38 Colby with 2:20 to go. 14th Scott City turnover of the night. And the Beavers with Brooks Bailey now in there as we're a little outside of 2 minutes to go. Underneath, Rumford power dribble goes up, leans in and scores it. What a night he's had. 21 for him, 49-40 with 2 minutes to go. Scott City will apply full court pressure. Colby with it in the front court here. And now almost losing the dribble. Bailey guarded Bussey, and a timeout for Colby here with 1:45 to go. It's a full. We'll take a 1-minute break. The Beavers down 9. This is Scott City.
Scott City Eye Center has been a leading provider of optometry services and vision care products in the Scott City community since 1999. Our experienced eye doctors offer comprehensive vision examinations that our Scott City Optometry Office specializes in the diagnosis and treatment of a wide array of eye diseases, conditions, and problems. We use advanced diagnostic technology, and we are committed to improving the quality of life. Give yourself the gift of clear vision by scheduling an appointment with Dr. Joshua Gooden, OD, today.
340-5331 to learn about a marketing strategy tailored to best suit you. Land of Legacy Real Estate, where people are our passion.
Back here, 49-40, Colby lead at 9, and their ball out of their timeout here. Minute 44 to go in this one, and right now, Scott City running out of time here in this game. Have given it a really good effort here tonight, and really for the second time in 3 games, it's been the third quarter that has done the Beavers in. Underneath the guy, Tubbs wrap around a shot blocked and a foul, as there'll be 2 free throws, I believe, coming up for Braden Foss.
Fouls on number 10, Alex Tarango. Braden Foss.
And Alex Tarango picks up his 3rd foul with 1:27 to go. 7th foul on Scott City this half. 5 on Colby. They've only been called for 1 foul in this 4th quarter. Scott City's been called for 6. 2 free throws for Foss. First is too strong. He is scoreless tonight as just a sophomore, but a pretty good athlete for Colby. He'll get a second opportunity here to make this a 10-point game. Colby's biggest lead in this game has been 12, and it's now 10. His first point of the night, he's 1 of 3 at the line, 50-40, 1:27 to go. The return game, by the way, is going to be Valentine's Day, February 14th in Scott City. And Bailey with the dribble, but almost poked away up top now to Dylan Metzger. Right side to Alex Tarango. Scott City started off well. He'll lay it up. He'll draw the foul. Good move there with minute 12 to go. That'll be team foul number 6 on Colby this half. The foul will be charged to Braden Foss, his first. So on one end, Alex Tarango fouls Braden Foss, and then on the other end, Foss fouls Tarango. 2 free throws coming up for Alex. He's 4 of 7 on the year. And make it 5 of 8 to make it 50-41, 1:12 to go. Second free throw coming up here. Scott City just 3 of 4 at the line tonight. And make it 3 of 5. Rebound tipped around, and Colby collects it. Guy Tubb, working toward a double-double here. Lead pass down the floor to Foss. He'll drive in. Spin move. Layup is good. 52-41 with 1 minute to go. His first field goal, he has the last 3 of the ball game. Avery Knoll with it. Up top to Lawson Bailey. He'll launch a 3, and he'll airball it. Rebound, though. Here's Rumford with the rebound. Now to Bailey. He'll try it again. This time short. Rebound tipped around, and it's into the hands of Scott City. Jackson Rumford turns down the 3 now. He'll try the 3. He will miss it. Rebound goes to Puckett for Colby, and that'll be about it here with 30 seconds to go. Just that kind of night here for Scott City. Don't need to foul here. 52-41. Ball kicked with 21.4 to go. Scott City gave it a good effort here tonight, but Colby just too much in that second half. They have outscored Scott City in the second half, 32-20. Inbound into Vaughn here in the backcourt with 18 seconds. He has 15. I think Scott City would like their chances in this game. It had Vaughn. He did not score for the first 9 minutes of the ball game. As Vaughn will dribble this one out. Final score, Colby 52, Scott City 41. Colby now 4-0 on the year. And Scott City drops to 4-2, but gave it a good effort here tonight. Post-game show to begin in 3 minutes. This is Scott City basketball.